go. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy freaking Saturday. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, I don't think we're all good. Where'd that go? There you are. What is up, Roberto? How am I doing today? Good so far. When did I wake up? I woke up around like 3 or 4 last night. After a good 7-hour nap. That's when I recorded today's Wednesday and edited it. Took yet another nap after playing a little bit of League. And yeah, now we're here. That's been my day so far. I've only been awake for just a tad little bit. What's up, Terrence? How are you? Just gave my spiel. Hope you're doing well. Nikki G, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Week's been busy, but it's been good. Good. Fur babies are also doing pretty well. What's up, Darkly? How are you? Dirty Artist. Maca Hack, how are you? The twist of Twisted Metal is actually pretty good. Which twist is that? Hola! Hope you're well, Michael. Is it Michael? Also, if Vince is in the chat, I have a friendly bone to pick with them. Well, we'll have to figure that part out later then, huh? But yes, it is Michael. What's up, Big Chill? King Big Chill, sorry. I can't forget the titles around here. But yes, Power Rangers are in Fortnite, including Tommy. I'm a bust. So I already splurged and unlocked the Tommy stuff. Is the full crew wasn't on there when I looked, so I don't know if that's up yet or not. So I need I might have to double check later, but I already got my Tommy both white and green presets saved to my loadouts list. How am I enjoying Wednesday? I'm only 2 episodes in, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Only got 2 episodes left to go, though. What's up, Albert? Hello, denizens. Hope you guys had a lovely week. What's up, Jazzy? Sean, Rosalind Gotts, how are you? Craig's here. Am I going to see Weapons at the cinema or save it for the channel? That all depends on time and energy. And right now, I do not have the energy nor the time to leave the house at the moment for anything other than important errands. So I want to. I'm hearing amazing things about it. I really want to see it. I've seen like half a trailer and I'm so confused. Actually, I haven't even seen I haven't seen a trailer. I've seen like a clip, a GIF. That's like the end of it. That Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode was hands down one of my favorite episodes of television. You gotta be specific. The one that just released to the channel this week, or any of the ones we've reacted to on Patreon already. I'm assuming 514 with the Twister-Rooney, I'm gonna guess, because that was insane. If that's the one we're talking about. What's up, Ginger? Hello there. Omni, my dear, how are you and your kitties? I'm doing well, a little tired, but well indeed. And yes, kitties are good. Kitties are good. I've managed to binge all of Heartstopper. Now, I'm very much missing all the comfort it brought me. Wow, what a show. I'm right there with you as well on that one, man. I do kind of miss it on the week to week. So excited for the movie. Same, big same. Let's see. I wonder how they're going to go about the movie. It's a good question, man. I have no idea. They dropped the rest of the Rangers in the item shop last night. Why last night? Why'd you have to do that after when I wasn't checking? I'm gonna have to hop on there and get them, so I have the full set. Red Guardian put in all that effort to save a girl. Void saw through her to the Shadow Realm and left him alone evil? Sean, work on your sentence structure, buddy. Just finished watching the State of Spittlehorse stream. How are you doing, Omni? I didn't watch the stream because I chose to nap instead, and I saw what all the fuss was about. New show, new studio. A new studio for a new show. They're making a Homestuck animated pilot. Now, Homestuck, that was after my time, I believe, and I don't know anything about it, but I've always heard the name, so maybe this could be a gateway into it. I know the original creator is the head writer on the show, is a part of the crew, and the guy behind Deltarune and Undertale is part of the cast as well. I saw some little bits and pieces. That's what I've got so far. Let's see. You know what a Nuzlocke is, and that you wouldn't have time to commit to one, but how do you think you would fare trying one? 0 deaths, 5, 10, or would you wipe and fail miserably? I don't know, man. I don't strategy in Pokemon, so like I damage moves only and balls to the wall battle. That's just my strategy. So I don't know if I would ever make it through with what I have in the end. I don't know. I don't care to ever try. So I don't know, but I probably would die a lot. I think I'd eventually get through, but I'm pretty sure I would die a tremendous amount. Alfie Holmes, what's up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. How do you feel about all the stuff that comes with Tommy? I liked all the stuff. You know, I do wish there was something. I mean, I don't know what you could have done. I don't like that the only glider option is the tiger, because it just looks weird when you're the Green Ranger. The light in the back looks like Wednesday colors. That is because this is the color of the set when I'm doing Wednesday reactions. What GPU and CPU do you use? Is it your computer? Is your computer stream focused or gaming focused or both? I mean, it can easily do both. My CPU is a 14900K, and my GPU is a 4090. And I have 96 gigs of RAM. Is that still true? That's what I upgraded it to, right? I think so. Where are you at? System, where are you? There you are. I'm sorry, 128 gigs of RAM. I'm good. Also 2 episodes in, so no spoiler risk on Wednesday. That's so true. I haven't managed to watch any of Wednesday season 2. Don't worry, man. Honestly, I was half debating on waiting until the full season was out to start it, but you know, YouTube going to YouTube. Though videos have not been doing good overall. I mean, I know I came in pretty late, but compared to season 1, views are so far down comparatively. You doing Saturday stream during D23 weekend? I mean, probably. I don't know, maybe. We'll have to wait and see how I'm feeling. When even is it this year? Also, Luffy versus Usopp was sad. Been waiting for it since the start of this arc. Yeah, dude, that was an insane episode. And Usopp, hey, did all the things I expected him to do. You know, I was like, he can throw hands if he would just stop being terrified. Mainly because of these binge style releases making it overwhelming for me to get into it at all. That's fair. I'm happy Matt Smith is now part of the Star Wars universe. I will say that when it comes out. Because they have a habit of announcing things and then those things not coming out. So we will wait and see. But he was originally supposed to be in Rise of Skywalker. They cut him out. Now he's going to be in this Ryan Gosling Star Wars movie. Whatever that's going to look like. Weapons is a great movie, and you know how the web is. You'll have to try hard to avoid spoilers, but if you can, it's a worthy watch. Surprisingly, no one's been saying anything about specifics on the film. And it's been out for a couple days now. But yeah, I'm going to try to avoid it to the best of my ability. What's up, Brooksy? How are you? Let's see. Will I react to the Gen V Season 2 trailer? Nope. If I haven't done it by now, I'm not doing it. There's no sense in doing it. Just because I've missed the train. So I'm not going to try to hop on it right now. I mean, I'm going to be watching the show regardless. So the trailer, I don't really know. I watched a trailer. I don't know if it's the same one. I know I watched a trailer for it at some point. Yeah, no, I did watch a trailer. It's probably not the newest trailer, but I watched a trailer for it back when, back on Tadum Weekend. Because they released it coinciding with Netflix's event. I watched that trailer. I don't feel the need to watch any other trailers since then. Season 2, Episode 13 of The X-Files reminded me of Norman Bates' character in Psycho. Great episode. I'm assuming then you're talking about good old Donnie Pfaster from Irresistible. Yeah, that's a character that stuck with me for a long time. Him and Toombs, I think, are up there for two of my most terrifying X-Files villains. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. With the comparison made, yeah, that was Irresistible, dude. That whole kidnapping thing, and then, oh god, he makes my skin crawl, man. Holy shit. He's played so well. And then that whole, like, is he the devil? Is he the embodiment of evil, or does evil just manifest within him? Blah, you know? I like Guy Gardner's hair. It makes him funnier to me. Okay, that was random as all hell. I'm unsure to watch this stream because I don't want spoilers for Fantastic Four. I've seen it yet. I'm hoping next week. I still haven't seen it. I liked First Steps. And Wednesday, Pugsley and Eugene really grew up in just one summer, huh? Darn hormones. Oh yeah. So many people just shot up over this magical summer. Hey, that happens sometimes though. I'm on Patreon, and I feel bad for you know who in episode 18 of Agents. What? I think that was meant to say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even though they did you know what, so yeah. Hope that was vague enough. Might have been too vague, cause I'm not picking up what you meant. I can never get into Pokemon. It seems like a lot of time to dedicate to. Not really. I mean, like, if you just want to sit in for one game, like especially any of the older games, you can bang out one of those bad boys in like 7-8 hours. Let's see. It's so hard out here. New pics of Spider-Man Brand New Day is popping up everywhere on my TikTok. Trying to hurry up and swipe. I mean, the set photos and stuff like that I've kind of moved on past. But I've seen him. Sue looks sick, though. What's up, Ronan? How are you doing, buddy? I'm in AOS. And blonde girl. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I do feel kind of bad, despite everything. Purple. Last stream I asked about RVB and the possibility of one day doing a full rewatch / commentary and reaction with catching up with what you've seen, to including the Bernie Burns final movie. I don't think it'd be too crazy of a commitment despite 19 seasons. Due to generally short episodes, 5 to 10 minutes, most early seasons are 2 hours, with the medium being 3 for the later ones. Could even watch each season like a full movie reaction, which might be easier. Hey, maybe one day. Definitely not soon. The hype building up to Spider-Man Brand New Day is insane. Like, yeah, it's been pretty wild. I like, so far, everybody's been pretty on board with everything that's coming out of it as well. Me and my friends all got sucked into Homestuck during my freshman year of college. It feels so weird to have it come back after all this time. Hey, it's a first for me. It will be, at least. Let's see. Hey, Omni, money is tight right now, so I can't do the Patreon. Gravity Falls, my favorite show, so I'm wondering when you're uploading them to YouTube. Like I said, at the end, 4 weeks. The first episode will be dropping on YouTube next week. So, Young Royals will be this week and this coming Tuesday, and Gravity Falls will be this coming Friday. Have I seen The Naked Gun before? I have a reaction to the first one. I haven't seen the sequels, and I haven't seen the new one. 128 gigs of RAM. That's awesome. You future-proofing or wanted an expensive build? I was having issues in Adobe Premiere, so I was like, I'm going to dump more RAM into this and see if that helps, because I can't feasibly get a better processor. I can't feasibly get a better... I mean, I'm capped on processor for my build, and I'm capped on GPU for my build. So the next best thing was like, I'm just going to shove more RAM in here and see if that helps at all. It did a little bit. Let's see. Will you go back to SECC in 2026? That all depends on if I can get my own pass or if JVS needs a 4th again. Because the only reason I went was because they had a press badge open and available because someone had to drop out, and they asked if I wanted to come. And I said, free badge? Press? Yes. So it just depends on the conditions and how things play out. I'm going to try to apply for my own badge next year to see how that goes, but who knows? We'll see. Tubby Fox was actually a big part of the original Homestuck webcomic as well, doing a lot of the music for it. The comic had music? Interesting. Do you have any nostalgia memories for Freaky Friday? Not really. I don't know. I don't think I ever saw that movie when it came out. Like, I knew the concept of it, but I can't remember if I can't remember when I watched it for the first time. I don't know. I don't have nostalgia for it. Either way. I know I've seen it, the first one, but I wouldn't say I've got nostalgia for it. I don't have any interest in watching this new one, though. I mean, if it's voted upon, it's voted upon. But personally, I could care less. Could not care less. D23 episode is only every 2 years, so the next one's in 2026. Oh, I thought it was every year. I didn't think it was every 2 years. No, it's August 29th through 31st this year. So it's the end of this month. Yeah, D23 is every year. I don't know where you got the every 2 years thing. What's up, JC? What's up, Logan? Freakier Friday is truly a title name. It is. Let's see. Whoops, happy Saturday. What's up, Stairface? I also get overwhelmed with the shows coming out all at once, so used to 1 episode a week format. I'm old. That's how I prefer it. It would be so much easier on me if that were the case to cover. How's life? Wednesday. That is life right now at the moment. Other than that, pretty okay. Pretty okay. Since Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk are in one movie, do Do you think Punisher will get War Machine armor? I think he might have some kind of tech or something, or some weapon to help him with larger threats, but as far as War Machine's armor specifically, probably not. Maybe something akin to that, but who really knows? If you were a student, which of these schools would be your top choice to go to? Nevermore, Hexside, or Hogwarts? Definitely not Hexside. Out of these, I would probably have to go with, well, I mean, here's the thing. Would I have outcast abilities? Would I be a witch? Would I be a witch or wizard? Because otherwise, me just being a person there, I can't learn fuck all anything at any of these schools. But just out of pure vibe and aesthetic and everything else, probably Hogwarts. You would have the powers. Then I would probably... I'd probably have to go with Hogwarts just because there's no magic restrictions. Given in Hexside, they removed all that. But the magic system, let's be real, I think is a little bit better in Hogwarts. Nevermore, though, you're locked into what power you pick. Like, what kind of person you are. Are you a pyrokinetic, an avian, a siren, a werewolf, a blah, blah, blah? It'd have to probably be... I mean, I just don't like Hexside as a school. Like, aesthetic, like the school itself and the programs. The powers can be pretty cool. I'm probably going to have to go with Hogwarts. Like, it just vibes so much more. Yeah. I have to say that I'm loving Agent Carter. No matter the Stark, I'm in love. Even though he can be a jerk sometimes. I'm enjoying it too. I'm kind of back and forth about whether or not I'm actually going to release it on the channel now. Or if I'm just going to keep it on Patreon. I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth on it at the moment just because it's extra clutter on certain release days. And on top of that, it's more I have to pay the editor to edit it. What's up, Logan? Have I heard of Kaiju number 8? I have. If not, I think it's a really good show that sadly gets overlooked because people think generic means bad, and I'd like to point out Dragon Quest is one of the most famous and popular RPGs of all time, even though the overall story is the same game to game because it's the characters that keep bringing people back. I mean, I've heard of it, and it's held in pretty high regard from what I've heard of. I don't know what generic... I mean, I don't know enough about it to call it generic at all. So there's some assumptions being made here, so I'm not really sure about that. Anyway, I've heard of it. Heard it's great, but I don't understand this sales pitch you tried to swing here. Also, it's insane how Heartstopper's fan base is so intertwined with Young Royals' fan base. I also, well, I mean, it's probably because pickings be slim for that type of show. That's probably part of it. After I finished Heartstopper, I watched a whole load of interviews, and I kid you not, there was at least one comment recommending Young Royals for someone to watch. I got so many comments to watch it leading up to the end of the show. I meant hog. I'm dyslexic. Shut up. Me too. So you shut up. I watched your Wednesday reactions. Hell yeah. Thanks for the support. What's up, Summer? Happy Saturday. I've been addicted to reactions and breakdowns of K-pop Demon Hunters. Yours was adorable as well, but high key, Soulja Boys would be reaping all the souls. I'm a sucker for a boy band, so yeah. Last stream I asked what Pokemon would you want to be. You struggled your answer and defaulted to Charizard or Mewtwo. But what about being a Ditto? You could be all of them. Yeah, but the real you is a little soft goo boy, and I don't want to be a little soft goo boy. I'm already that. What's up, Potato Sky? How are you? My first time in one of these streams. I like your reaction videos. Well, thank you, and welcome. Everybody, if anybody else is new as well, I will get to your chat eventually. Just be patient. Sometimes I can be 20 to 50 minutes behind on chat if I go off on any random tangents for too long. Doesn't AoE mean area of effect? That it does. That it does. Talking Matt Smith, I've been revisiting his Doctor Who era. I love him. Me too. Me too. I'm sorry for rambling. Please check out Kaiju number 8. What is a really popular show you know is beloved but had never seen? Lost, Sons of Anarchy, Supernatural, The Office, Parks and Rec, Modern Family. What else? Battlestar Galactica. Well, I mean, I've seen the mini series, so that doesn't count, I guess. I haven't seen the show proper. But yeah, there's a lot of shows. 19 movies is still a lot. It is definitely still a lot. I don't do 19 movies right now at all for the channel. And because it's a lot. A pain in the ass to edit and very expensive. Because I'm not going to do it. I don't have time to do it. So I don't edit my own movie reactions. So yeah. Try living in Glasgow and avoid Spidey spoilers. That's where it's happening right now, isn't it? Yeah. I would imagine that would be very difficult. Probably everybody's talking about that shit. Let's see. Game of Thrones. Did I see the new Mafia game? Because I've been playing it and it's pretty good. And the Italian in me is really happy to see some genuine Italian representation. No. I've never played a single Mafia game, and so I didn't even know there was a new one until you mentioned it. Did I know about the Office spinoff? The trailer came out and it doesn't look that good. I watched like a little bit of it, and the weirdest part about it to me is shit. I'm blanking on his name right now. Fuck, what's his? Why am I blanking on his name? Domhnall Gleeson. Hearing him in a primary role with an American accent is so weird. It just like fucks with my brain every time in that trailer he talked. Thoughts on James Gunn writing something that includes Superman? I'm thinking it could just be a Cousins movie with Kara and Clark taking on maybe Brainiac. I mean, he did fine with the fucking movie, so sure, pop off. I don't know what to say to that. What thoughts do you even have there? I know there's he's working on a Superman sequel and also like a potential like crossover thing that he might be popping up in. I don't know. Got nothing on that one, buddy. Spider-Man Punisher team up would seem very interesting. I could see it adding a lot of comedic aspects, but if I don't see Spider-Man absolutely hating Punisher's guts, I'm gonna lose it. It'd be really interesting to see how they work it off. Like how that dynamic will play. Especially considering we know it's not just them. You know, Scorpion's also coming back. There's a bunch of other people coming back. It seems like it's going to be a pretty packed movie. Mainly because Spider-Man and Punisher have lost everything. Yet Spider-Man chose to do good, while Punisher uses it as an excuse to kill. It's not an excuse to kill. He thinks he's doing good. Kinda. He's removing bad guys permanently from the equation. Yo, Lily Chan's son with the super chat. Hi, I didn't go to the water park for my birthday because Flo came and it ruined my plans. What a bitch, that Flo. How dare she? She's supposed to be working at insurance, not ensuring that you don't have a good time. What the hell? Anyway, did I watch the live panel Spindlehorse had today? New Australian studio and a new show pilot? I didn't watch the panel, but I picked up the highlights after. I chose to nap instead. But yeah, it's something again, like I mentioned earlier, I've heard the name Homestuck, but I have never once looked up what the hell it actually is. And now I feel like it's this might be my gateway into a part of the internet culture that I never was able to find my way into in some way. So it's going to make it accessible. And the animation that I saw looked pretty sick. And the original creators are all involved, who wrote the webcomic. So that also gives me a little bit of faith, at least that it might be a little bit similar, or at least in good hands. But yes, a new studio and a new show coming. Hope the web shooters are slimmed with CGI, more like fitted better, not really slimmed. I get what you're trying to say, I think. Also, One Piece live action news comes out tomorrow. Really interesting. Why tomorrow of all things? Like more flush. Yeah, I would hope so as well. That's the only thing about the suit I don't like right now. I wonder if Punisher and Spidey will 1v1. Who knows? Probably at least once. I won't be on for the full stream because my cousin Eric is having their wedding reception, but I have 3 questions. How do you feel about the Megazord they added? And what Rangers do you hope they add? 3, what do you hope to see in the Megazord pages? Well, I mean, they've already added literally every Power Ranger I would want. So we're done there. As far as the Megazord, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it looks good. It looks like the Megazord. The only thing is it doesn't have the cannons on the back from the Mastodon. So it does look a little weird because something is missing from the design. So I'm hoping, to answer your third question, that the page includes back bling, which will add the fucking cannons to the back so that it doesn't look weird as hell. I'm assuming the pickaxe is going to be the power sword. The rest of it, I mean, it's probably going to be standard stuff. Maybe an emote, maybe I don't know, a wallpaper, something stupid like that. But yeah, I'm pretty content with everything they've done because they've appealed to me, whose favorite Power Ranger anything is exclusively the Mighty Morphin era. To me, nothing has topped it ever since. But I still will. So yeah, as long as we got every Ranger, and we got the original 5. We've got white, we got green. The only other ask I would have is, like, it would have been cool to have a Dragon Zord in there, or a glider that was Green Ranger specific. That's the only thing else I would have tweaked. Been thinking of if Viv was to introduce the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, how would you like to see them adapted? Personally, I kind of want to see them as the second strongest characters. Where the fuck is your part 2? Here we are. Only to the Almighty themselves. Also, apparently Viv has casted Metatron. Thoughts? I have not heard that news, so is that true? I have not heard that come up once. And I keep my ear to the ground pretty well about all this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't think they should be the strongest by any means. The 4 Horsemen should not be second only to the Almighty. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I honestly, I would not be remiss at all if they weren't in there at all. I'm more interested in her including the other archangels versus the 4 horsemen. Like, especially at least Michael and Gabriel do I want to see. Michael for specific selfish reasons, but I mean, it makes sense. And biblically, if you want to talk about that at all, he's the one that cast Lucifer from heaven in the first place. I know that people are like, Punisher can't be a PG-13 setting, but I don't know. It could work. It could definitely work. Your favorite cereal, if you eat cereal. My favorite is probably Captain Crunch, but I will have my milk on the side and eat that shit dry. Just because once it gets soggy, it is just terrible. But that's my go-to back in the day. Currently, I am very content with a Special K or a Honey Bunches of Oats. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, also good. Pokemon started watching Season 2. Do you remember Magmar versus Charizard gym battle? I do. I do remember that. That's when Charizard, like, leaves, isn't it? I can't remember. I might be blending two different things together here. I do remember them fighting on Cinnabar Island and all that, but I can't remember the outcome. Ever watch or heard of the show T.J. Hooker from the 80s? I've never watched it, but I did know about it. Frosted Mini Wheats with fruit. I didn't like any cereal that was like with fruit. Or anything like that. Or any, I didn't really even like I would eat them if that was the only thing available. I wasn't really huge on like Crunch Berries or any of the berry flavored cereals as a kid either. Valid. I'm excited for the final season of The Boys. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know that I would say I'm excited, but I'm looking forward to it ending and seeing how it goes, because I like the show up until this point. Like I said a couple times, it's kind of worn thin a little bit, but yeah, I'm glad we're finally reaching the climax, because I don't know how much more they could drag this shit out. I miss my emo boy dream. Me too. Me freaking too. Is Gareth Edwards one of your all-time favorite directors thanks to Rogue One? I wouldn't put him up there as one of my favorite all-time directors at all, let alone thanks to Rogue One. I love Rogue One, but it definitely does not catapult him to favorite directors of all time. Thoughts on Spider-Punk getting his own movie? I'm not surprised. I am a little surprised that he got his own movie before Spider-Gwen got her own movie. Forgot Punisher got the War Machine armor once in the comics. Yeah, but it's not like a staple kit of his. Do you think Sony will ever sell Spider-Man to Marvel? Unfortunately not. I might have misheard you when you said playing League earlier. Do you mean League of Legends or Rocket League? League of Legends. If I ever say League, it is League of Legends. I've never, and I'm sure they do, I've never heard anybody refer to Rocket League as League. Most people in the video game sphere, if they say League, it's League of Legends. But yes, I was playing League of Legends earlier today. I've been playing exclusively ARAM since I got my gold ranking back. You would have powers. We already addressed all that. I'll be attending GalaxyCon next week here in San Jose. I'm looking forward to meeting the voice actors of Hell of a Boston Hazbin Hotel and Viv. I've been debating about going to the San Jose one a couple of times just because, I don't know, GalaxyCon makes it really easy to plan things out, even though they can get quite large at times. San Jose's been one I've been looking at too, because it being in LA, there's always different people there than the ones that are coming to the East Coast. Like, a lot of familiar faces, but there's some people that I'm like, damn, I need to be over there. Who we got this time around that I would have liked to have seen? Dolph Lundgren was over here at one point, but he had to cancel, or I missed him while he was there. Mike Coulter. Let's see, anybody that I haven't seen that I would be interested in seeing. Freema Agaye, God, Aguiman. I probably said her name wrong. Jeff Ward, though he's been over here once, but again, I missed it. And who do you have? Not as big of a loadout as some of the East Coast ones, surprisingly enough. But still a pretty damn good turnout. I still want to meet Robbie Damon at a con, despite having met him at a party at SDCC. And I think the One Piece crew I want to try to catch up at some point. Justice League. D3 Expo is every 22 years. That's the big one where they gets all kinds of stuff announced. The other years in between is Destination D23, smaller event focused entirely on the parks. I don't believe you. Maybe you're right. I've always assumed D23 Expo has been every year, because they've always announced things every year. I mean, I guess you're right. I've just never paid attention to it that way. And then that question would be moot then for whoever was asking about me streaming on that weekend. All right, gotta start getting ready to head to work. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Take it easy, Melody. Hope work is easy and smooth and awesome. Hope you have a good day. Hogwarts Mud Wakens. What the fuck? You're a wizard, Omni. What house are you at Hogwarts? Hufflepuff. Yeah, me and Ginger. Hufflepuff. Did the Hogwarts house quiz and I got sorted into Slytherin. I did it like twice with 2 different emails and both times got Hufflepuff, so I think I'm pretty sure I'm a Hufflepuff. Has anyone seen the new movie War of the Worlds? I've seen a couple clips and it looks so bad. But enjoyably so. Dude, we watched some of them on Council Creators the other day, just a couple of clips from it, and just laughed our asses off. Imagine Punisher gets War Machine armor and the Hand. He would be a real threat then. I haven't even checked the trailer for Young Royals. Is it wholesome like Heartstopper or sad and weighty? It's definitely more weighty. I wouldn't call it sad though, but then again, on the episode I just watched, it did take a little bit of a turn. So, who knows? But it is definitely a lot more weighty. And I would say it's not as wholesome and feel good. Hello there. It's Morbin time. What's up, Sketch? Do you think DC's Flash will be Barry Allen or Wally West? It's a little weird considering we were going to have a Bat family right out of the gate. Superman is still early in his career and the Justice League doesn't exist yet. And for the Justice League to start, I would prefer it to be Barry Allen. But in a universe that's already ongoing, I also wouldn't, and we're also like our Guy Gardner's our current Green Lantern, while Hal and John are off doing their thing in Lanterns. So I guess it's so weird. I wouldn't be shocked though if our Flash is Wally, just to avoid the connections to Barry as of late. But I don't know. Which live action DC character would you want to interact with? For me, any version of Batman. Zatanna. For very altruistic reasons. Let's see. So I finished the first episode of Young Royals and it was quite different from my expectations just looking into the poster. That's all I had going into it. All I had was the synopsis going into it. That's kind of the only thing I knew about it. And the tangents do be random at times. Take a drink every time. Topics include X-Files, Friends, Power Rangers, etc. That's very true. That's very true. I saw Supernatural. Alright, kind of formulaic. I mean, most of the CW shows were all pretty formulaic. Main character going into the English language at times is so funny. It is very jarring and confusing for me sometimes, and I'm like, why is this even happening? Have I seen the Alien Earth trailer? I've seen the first trailer. I haven't seen the newer one. I'm hearing great things about this movie, but for fuck's sake, they keep saying dumb shit that makes me nervous to watch it. Like the whole, we're disregarding canon, we're doing our own thing, this is canon, this is not. They keep changing their mind every week about when the show takes place in the actual continuity, or even if it does. So, but I've heard it's good, but I'm a stickler for that, like, lead in, and if it's some non-canon Elseworlds bullshit, I'm gonna lose so much interest. Has Netflix been giving you copyright trouble? Fuck yeah, they have been. I used to not have a lot of problems with Netflix, not generally. I could usually get around them pretty fine and whatnot, but like with Heartstopper, they started giving me hell, and then my Wednesday episode 1 for this season started getting dinged over and over again. What Digimon game would you most recommend to someone? I only ever played the original Digimon World, aka Poop Simulator. I mean, I've not really played a lot of Digimon games, but I've heard really good things about the Cyber Sleuth series. I have them, I just haven't really played. I mean, it's kind of your stereotypical kind of action RPG, or not action RPG, it's turn-based. But I've heard the story's really good. I just haven't got too far into it. It's definitely a lot. You won't be dealing with any poop simulators in it, I'll tell you that. I've heard really good things about, what was it? It was the fucking the animated, or what is it? Game novel? What do you call those? Visual novels is essentially what it turned out to be. Whatever, I can't remember what it was called. It came out like a couple years ago. This new one coming out looks pretty sick. I might check it out eventually. Question, what's the thing that got you hooked on heavy metal and rock and roll? For me, it was the game Brutal Legends, which had loads of heavy metal icons like Lemmy and Ozzy and Lita Ford. Dude, I remember that game when it came out. I remember that getting hyped up, and I played it day one. And me and a buddy of mine, we spent the couple days that week just doing pretty much nothing but playing that game, like trading off back and forth. Love that game. But I mean, I can't really tell you all that much. It was probably a combination of AMVs online and MTV, because MTV late at night would play some more metal music, so I would go to bed listening to like Korn and all kinds of shit like that, and that's really kind of what drew me into it. But that was like mid to late 90s was when I got sucked into it. There wasn't any heavy metal video games or anything of the sort. I just heard the music on MTV and vibed with it and went from there. Did I hear that Harrison Ford is not returning as Ross/Red Hulk? I did not hear this. I'm also kind of not surprised. But, I mean, are they going to recast again, or just dance around referencing that character again? I can't wait for you to react to Supernatural one day. I think I might be waiting a while. Probably. I mean, who knows? I can't remember what was neck and neck. Oh, yeah, no. When Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. won the poll the next two, I think, was Lucifer and Supernatural. I think it was those three all kind of very close together. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just barely won out. So who knows what could be next? Supernatural could have been one of the greatest shows of all time, with one of the best endings to a TV show, if it had ended in season 5, which is so sad. I hate when that's the case with a certain show, when they had the perfect opportunity for a good end right there, and then they just kind of breeze on by it. Yeah, the network, yep, it was the CW, got greedy and ordered 10 additional seasons, which I believe to this day is the biggest crime in all of television. Man, we got robbed, but they gave all those ladies exactly what they wanted. And that's more of the boys and more of the car. I've still only seen a single episode of that show. Money! How many times have you been online, then you hear about a certain celebrity say something not bad, just stupid, and you're like, oh my god. Do you want your product to fail? I mean, a lot. I don't know. I don't have a specific magic number. I don't keep track of that. Some people need to keep their mouths shut. Some people just need to know how to talk about their product and not piss off everybody. I feel like it should be pretty fucking easy. Do you remember the soundtrack for Freaky Friday? The songs were fire. I don't remember fuck all about the soundtrack. Jazzy, I'm sorry. A++ puns. Good job. I don't remember what I said, but thank you. Tom Holland being absolutely darling, talking and taking pics with fans that are around while they're filming is cute. Agreed. He seems like one of those actors that really appreciates the opportunity that he has and doesn't really take it for granted. I don't know. He seems fairly based for most actors and whatnot. Question, what was your exposure to Wolfenstein series? Like, have you ever played or heard of any of the games? We talked about them literally last weekend, just briefly. I've definitely heard of them. I've never played any of them. I mean, so exposure's limited, but it's just one of those things you always kind of heard about in association with a lot of other games I had growing up and whatnot. You know, being an 80s kid, I've heard of Wolfenstein, but I've just never been interested in playing it. I've just never had the opportunity or the drive, really, so it's just never been in my circle. What's up, Lil Root? Compared to other channels, you've been going through One Piece slower than most channels. Do you feel like this allows you to get more or less immersed in the universe? You have more time to theorize. I don't know how anybody does it any faster unless they're only doing One Piece. Like, I just don't get it. I'm doing more than I should be doing for it because I feel pressured to at this point. And I don't know. I feel like I don't get to enjoy it or absorb it as much as I probably should because I'm going so fast through it. So that's how I feel about it. I think I'm hanging on pretty good, but I don't feel like I'm savoring it at all. I know I said I was leaving, but yeah, Homestuck Comic was a fully mixed medium webcomic. Some pages had music, some were animations that pulled enough traffic that they crashed Newgrounds. Some pages even had fully playable 8-bit style video game segments. All in all, there are like 30 albums? Though not all the music appears in the comic itself. That's interesting. Interesting, that's cool. That this combines so many different things in there. What are some tropes in anime you think need to be forgotten, and what are some you think should stick around? I don't know of any tropes that are specific to anime. Yeah, I don't have anything for you there. Since you asked why One Piece live action news tomorrow, 8/10 is One Piece Day. Oh, okay. I did not know that was a thing. One Piece Day is tomorrow. Apparently everybody in the know here. Agumon or Gabumon? Agumon. All day, every day. Did I hear Hulu is finally merging with Disney Plus? The Hulu app won't exist anymore in 2026. I did. And now that they have full ownership, it was inevitable. It was 100% going to go away. I was wondering if you would react to Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back I want to see. Talk to Me I saw in theaters, and that movie was fucking amazing. I do want to see Bring Her Back. I might react to that if I have time. I got to catch up on some movies that I missed in theaters in the wake of everything else, but yeah. We'll see. I want to get around to that because of how much I loved Talk to Me. What's up, Brocaro? Yorez, how are you? Your opinion about Wednesday Season 2? I mean, I've only seen 2 episodes so far, and I like the 2 episodes that I've seen. So I don't really have a fully formed opinion just yet. Questions. Have you ever played the wonderful 100 or 101? If not, basically a Power Rangers game by way of Pikmin. What? It's awesome. Highly recommended. It remasters all the current consoles. Remasters on all the current consoles. I don't even understand how that description can... I don't even know what that means. Power Rangers by way of Pikmin. What does that even mean? Are you collecting Power Rangers like Pikmin and chucking them at people? Giving them tasks? I don't understand. And yeah, I am taking literally 0 game recommendations right now. I can't play the games that I want to play. I'm not going to be playing any new games at this point. Not until I finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and until you see that on the channel, it's not happening. So once that's back on the channel and I finish that series, maybe I'll try a new game. Let's see. How do you think they will interpret Uriel, one of the archangels? He's not as well known to most audiences. I mean, because of that, Uriel's not tackled all that often. Hey, and in some groups, Uriel's not even part of the 7. Like, it just depends on which subsect you're looking at. But I mean, that gives them pure freedom to really do whatever the fuck they want with Uriel. They're not really beholden to a whole lot. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do with that. I do hope they dive more into the other archangels. I add fruit. Now I'm craving cereal. For me, Cocoa Puffs or Chocolate Pebbles. Charizard doesn't leave yet. He disobeys Ash a lot. Oh yeah. That's the first fight where they really struggled to get along, I think. Yeah, you're bringing me back. You're bringing me back. It's like when you think about breathing manually. Yeah. Somehow Oscar returned from the office. Charizard or Arcanine? Charizard. Dying Light the Beast. Huh? Don't know about that one. Have you heard of the game? Oh my god, another game. Okay, I love you, Logan, but Jesus Christ. El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron. Not even at all. No, you are the first person I have ever heard utter this combination of words. If not, it is one of the most beautiful video games I have played, not because of the graphics, but the art style. Seriously, look it up. I believe the reason for Payoplany? Speculating about live action One Piece announcement is because One Piece Day is happening in Japan to celebrate the anniversary of the manga. I mean, it would be a very fitting way to do that. Also, are you going to see the new Toxic Avenger? Secondly, are you going to play Beat 'em Up? Coming out alongside of it. I know I'm like behind and you have no way to know yet because I'm getting to these questions now, but I swear to God, if I read another video game comment, I'm gonna just sigh repeatedly. I'm not gonna do anything else. God, these off-the-wall recommendations. Fuck no, I am not playing a beat-em-up game based on the Toxic Avenger, and I have zero interest in actually seeing that movie. I had an opportunity to go watch it. I had a free ticket to go to watch it at the or at least to go to the panel. I don't know if I think they were showing the movie at SDCC, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still gutted that there's no more Sandman. Me too. Me too. Did I ever see the old Toxic Avenger? No. I have not. I know of it, but I've never seen it. Jenna Ortega, Raven. Is that a reference to Wednesday? Because she's a Raven in that? Or are you fan casting Jenna Ortega as Raven in DC? Need clarification. Darren, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hope you got a crazy hat on. It'd be awesome to meet you in person if you were to come to a convention in San Jose. I've considered it. It is, I mean, while obviously I can't do it this year, who knows? Maybe next year we'll be able to work it out. I would like to. Because again, like I said, GalaxyCon just makes it really easy to kind of just go across the board with a lot of crazy stuff. Were you ever into Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I've been watching it, almost finished season 2. Oh yeah, definitely. I loved the shit out of it growing up. And Willow, hey, I know where it goes eventually, but Willow, God. Oh my goodness, yes. I love Buffy, and Dark Willow, metal as fuck. I will say though, I love Buffy. The finale is one of the worst TV series finales of all time in my book, if not the worst. I fucking hate it. Dumb question. But what is a question you would like to be asked more often? Almost like an excuse for you to ramble on what you're most passionate or knowledgeable about. Well, Hunter. I mean, as I think it was Summer that said earlier, X-Files, Kingdom Hearts, which she failed to mention. X-Files, Kingdom Hearts. Fucking Naruto, Power Rangers. Specifically Mighty Morphin, because my knowledge of anything past that is minuscule. Those are probably the biggest things to really hit to get a tangent out of me. Or Digimon. Digimon's been has had a huge resurgence in my life over the last, what, fucking 8 years now? I say that like it's been a recent endeavor. I love Inuyasha, Legend of Vox Machina, Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, if you really want to get me on a go, Kingdom Hearts or X-Files. Last week I wasn't sure if I should watch Sandman Season 2 because of we all know what, and you convinced me. I'm 4 episodes in and it's excellent. Excellent! Anybody? 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 Am I too old? Question. What was your reaction to the initial reveal of Insomniac Games working on not only Spider-Man 2, but also Wolverine? For me, that's a train wreck waiting to happen. I have no idea why you think that's a train wreck waiting to happen. I would say that is a match made in heaven right there. That is a train wreck ready to make it to its destination and deliver what I would only assume is to be a fantastic game. Yeah, I have no idea how we get, must be a train wreck out of it. Now, we haven't heard shit since it was announced, and also since all those Insomniac leaks went out, those emails got leaked out. They've been radio silent as far as I'm aware on it, but I'm looking forward to it if they're still actually making it. I'm still pissed off they stopped development on all the Spider-Man 2 DLC that we were supposed to get. I would like Barry then Wally. I mean, if we have the time and the opportunity, sure. I still have a thing for Angel, my emo vampire. Well, not at the moment. He's Angelus. He's a bit of an a-hole. I mean, yeah, I could never. Okay, I loved Buffy. I could never get into Angel, like the show Angel. When he left the show to go do his own thing. When my summer routine when I was a teenager, like on the summer, TNT would do reruns. This is how I found the X-Files. Here we go, brought it up. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, like I would stay up and TNT at night would do 4 hours of X-Files, 2 hours of Buffy, followed by 2 hours of Angel. So that's fucking from midnight to 4 a.m., nothing but X-Files. However, I've probably talked about this before. The first 2 episodes and the second 2 episodes were both from 2 separate seasons. So they were completely out of order. Like it was sequential in their hour block, in their 2-hour block. So you'd have 2 back-to-back episodes from one season and then 2 episodes back-to-back from a completely different season. And I think they were like 2 seasons ahead or something crazy. But that's how I watched the show initially. I'd be watching it in 2 separate timelines going on. Anyway, Buffy would follow that out. So from 5 to 6, or what would that be? So from 4 to 6, I'd be watching Buffy every night. And then I would go to bed the second Angel came on. And I tried, man. There were some times where that was on, I was like, God, we're goddamn ridiculous. I couldn't get into it. I don't know, maybe the things would be different now, and maybe I was tired as fuck at the time, but I just, nothing could hold my interest. So I knew once Angel came on, it was time to go to bed. Me personally, I would love to see the main Flash of the DCU be Jay Garrick. Fuck no with that. On my front. I want more Golden Age character representation. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman don't count. Yeah, no. No. I would like him to exist in the world, maybe in a previous one, or like in the comics on another Earth, but no. As the main Flash, hell no. Personally. Just finished watching your reaction to the S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, The Devil Complex. Definitely one of the best of the series, and that twist, and Ian, along with the rest of the cast, deserves so many flowers. Agreed, on all fronts there. That twist was one of the best twists of the whole damn show. Want Wally to be the main DCU Flash because we had Barry for almost a decade. See, I'd like an authentic Barry, or just a new Barry in general, but that's why I would kind of be not shocked if we went with Wally West as the main Flash for the DCU, but we'll see. Especially because you would coincide that with Hal Jordan already being out in the world and all that kind of stuff. Just have Barry be the veteran Flash and Wally be the current Flash, and that'd be fine. And I'm listening to this on my phone while getting ready to leave, so I guess me saying I was leaving turned out to be false. It happens, man. I'm glad you're still here, though. Oliver, what's up? What fictional place would you love to visit but would never live in? Westeros. I'd love to visit. I would not want to stay there because I feel like I would be short to live. I would be quick to die at some point, just from something crazy happening. By the way, loving the Dragon Zord and Megazord shirt, my guy. Thank you. I got this at a convention. I can't remember the name of the artist, though. I got a couple of shirts from them because it was like a 3 for something deal. But I've seen them have a booth at every con I've gone to almost, so I picked up a shirt from them. Copyright doesn't sleep. No, it does not. And it keeps me from sleeping too. Did I see your last message on Discord? I think so. Yes, I just hadn't got around to responding to it just yet. I mean, that works out just fine, like the watermark thing for some people. I just personally get annoyed with it. Not when I'm watching it, because I get it, but I just try to really avoid putting it on my shit, and I will go every other avenue to not have to do that. But I know plenty of people that's their go-to. And especially with anime reactors, you'll see that all the damn time. I'd like to see Barry train Wally for a little bit, then he goes with the Teen Titans. Then somewhere down the line, Barry gives Wally the Flash mantle. See, that'd be cool. Netflix loves their copyright. Sometimes they are so back and forth about that shit, man. I wish they'd be a little more consistent. I have a question. With how popular K-pop Demon Hunters was, anyone else want to see that teams take on another genre of music, like heavy metal Devil Slayers or something? I mean, I feel like that's almost something you would just expect. So, I mean, I'd watch it, but that's not an avenue I'd like them to take, personally. Let's see. I'm going to ask a serious question. What do you think about the hate Pedro Pascal is getting for being in so many movies and shows? I mean, he does seem to be in a lot of heavily marketed things all across the board. I think it helps put it in more people's minds because of all the big franchises that he's in. But he's also in a lot of little side projects. But I think, like, when you look at the percentage of projects, it's still such a small little pool that he's even really in. He's just in some really high profile projects. It's just like with Chris Pratt was being cast and everything, or voicing every character and all these different things. He wasn't really in everything, but that's what the conversation became about because a couple people made a couple connections. I think it's a little overblown. But I kind of get it, but I feel like it's definitely overblown. My POV kind of congrats on Pedro for being in so many things, because I don't see him as a person who's typecast and he plays the same character. That's very true. He always plays very different people. Probably going to recast him after Secret Wars Red Hulk. More than like, I feel like most people are going to get recast after Secret Wars. Oh, Lucifer. If you could shapeshift, what would you do with that ability? Make myself more attractive. I don't know. There's some gutter brain things I would probably do as well, but those are all things that I'm not going to say on here. I like him as Mr. Fantastic. I still have yet to see it yet. I like shapeshift into animals or just like people. I mean, that's another thing. I didn't even think about that. If I could shapeshift into anything, I was thinking just people. And yeah, I'd fucking warg out all the damn time too. Also, fuck gas. I'd just eagle out and peace out. Then again, would then I be naked? How does that work with clothes? Anyway, honestly, I'd say there still isn't any heavy metal video games, at least high profile AAA ones that are a bunch of indie ones like BPM, Bullets Per Minute, and Metal Hellsinger. Aside from that, nothing. I mean, there's not really a lot of high profile AAA music-based games in general. So I'm not surprised either, though. Because AAA studios aren't making music-based games. Really. Do you get a feeling that the actor that plays Tyler Wednesday is going to get typecast as a psychopath? He's already played 2. I mean, maybe. Probably at this point. Tom Holland? More like Tom Humble. Seems like such a nice guy. Seems so. What actor would break your heart if it came out they were actually a bad person? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get too attached to the visual image or my association with them most of the time. I mean, like, I could go easy and go for David Duchovny. I mean, he's a publicly known sex addict, and there's some questionable things that have happened behind the scenes that are either non-verified or whatever, but I don't know, like, but that doesn't change, like, anything else. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that attached to any particular actor to be like, oh no, my entire reality just fell apart because they revealed themselves to be X and X and X and X. I'm not sure. Because they're all a little weird. You know? I don't know. When I'm put on the spot like this, I have a hard time thinking. I find it hilarious that Hollywood's portrayal of a devilish man like Mephisto or Lucifer is a man with a British accent. I mean, to be fair, I mean, there's like a sophistication and allure that America has with accents in general. But then on top of that, there's the flip side of that where everybody with an accent is almost always a villain. And I think that's rooted in the American Revolution and all that, you know, the British Empire being this whole thing. Because almost in Hollywood, almost every villain or villainous group of people are usually English or German or Russian. Like, if they got an accent, they're usually a villain. You know? So it's not surprising. But I think, like, for a character like that, I think there's something, like, with an allure to it. There's an air of sophistication that comes with that as well, in the way that they talk. Because as much as we have this vilification of it, we also have this strong infatuation with people that don't sound like us as well. So it's this weird, like, weird contradiction. So glad AMC is finally reducing the pre-show ads. Now we just gotta get Regal to do it. Devil or demon characters being objectively attractive men with heavy eyeliner is hilarious to me. And the fact that British accents are demonic is a cherry on top. It's that allure, baby. What is a very mundane superpower you would like to have for convenience sake? Like, say, limited telekinetic powers for grabbing things small distance like a remote or your phone. I'd just like, even if it was just an additional person, just to be able to make a copy of myself, Shadow Clone Jutsu style. Let's fucking make a copy of myself. Or super speed. Basic, but saves me time and travel and money on fucking gas and a car bill. Fuck that shit. Those are like the base things. Those are my go-to. Practicality. If you ask me about superpowers, it's almost all about practicality. How would it make my life easier? Yo, Omni! One thing, it's only a pilot, but have you seen Lackadaisy? It's only a pilot for now, but as a 27-minute episode, hope you look into it. I've looked into it. I don't remember what I looked into it back in, it's been like months now. Heard the name come up at least once. I think it was also on a stream or maybe in a comment or something like that. I don't remember what at all it was, but I do remember looking it up once. But who knows? Maybe once I finally catch up on some of the other shit I've said I was going to do, I'll get around to it at some point. I'm just a little unclear if that means all of the content on Hulu will just be migrated over to Disney, or are we losing the shows? No, it's all going to go to Disney. If you already have the bundle, you can watch all of your Hulu stuff on Disney or on Disney Plus already. I don't even use Hulu anymore. I just watch it all on Disney Plus right now as it is. I watch The Bear on Disney Plus. I watch all this other shit on Disney Plus. Bleach on Disney Plus. It was inevitable that it was all going to, the whole application would just eventually go away once they finally bought out the remaining market share from Comcast. Was it Comcast or NBC? I can't remember. CBS? Whatever. Disney's so greedy. Like, they got Marvel, Avatar, Star Wars, Percy Jackson, now Power Rangers? Again? Hasbro has Power Rangers. How did we get to Disney have Power Rangers? When did Power Rangers return to Disney? To my understanding, as of a couple of months ago, Power Rangers is still owned by Hasbro. Hence why they've stopped using the brand at all, and they've killed it essentially. What's up, everybody? What's your top 3 shows and movies of the year so far? Sandman, Andor. Yep. That's all I got right now. That's my shows. Movies that have come out this year: Sinners, Superman, K-pop Demon Hunters. Not in that order. But yeah, top 2 shows, 100% Sandman and Andor. What order? Don't know. Let's see, was there anything else? And that's just talking about shows that came out this year, not shows that I happened to watch this year too, so. Oh yeah, Reacher was this year. I might put Reacher at number 3. Like, I love Daredevil Born Again, but I might put Reacher at number 3. Was Severance this year? Did we have a Severance this year? Severance was this year. I think I like Reacher Season 3 more than I like Severance Season 2 this year. I mean, I love Severance, man. I do. But I also really love Reacher. Cobra Kai wasn't the full season of Cobra Kai, so I'm not going to count that. Also think great shows that got canceled, as My Roman Empire. There are so many tragic examples done by Netflix alone. Mindhunter, 1899, The Oa, and I'm Not Okay with This. That's true. Midnight Club. I'm so curious what show that got striked by the hammer got you most frustrated, and if you could go back one canceled show, what would that canceled show be? Midnight Club. I really wanted to see that season 2. No, people didn't vibe with it, but I think it's just as, no, maybe not just as strong, but I think it's Mike Flanagan, man. And I think all of his stuff was fantastic, and I think people just did not like the teen protagonists, or that we were focusing on a group of teenagers. I think the themes and the approach and the direction was all still very, very Flanagan. And that was such an emotional show. I mean, the whole show is about terminally ill teenagers reconciling with the inevitability of their incoming deaths. Like, it was heartbreaking, man. I don't know. Midnight Club. Damn, you haven't seen Battlestar Galactica. Absolute must watch. Like I said, I've seen part 1 and part 2 of the miniseries, that the prequel to the show, but I've not seen the show itself. Still waiting for Ash Ketchum Funko. Why are they taking so damn long? I don't know, man. They weird. Ever watched the Spartacus show back in the day? No, I have not. Little Nightmares, please, after you finish the Y game you're playing now. Maybe. I don't play many games. No video game recommendations, but with all the hype around Expedition 33, how many awards do you think it's winning this year? Probably all of them, from what I've been hearing. If I have the time, that might be the next game I pick up. But again, that's all contingent on me finishing the games I've already that I haven't finished. And Final Fantasy VII, like, those games are my my top 5 of all time, and I still haven't gotten through this most recent one yet. Don't have any popular games minus Fortnite and Minecraft to play with people. Well, I generally just don't play with people. That's my solve. Did I see the old Toxic Vision? No. Are you going to play Tetris anytime soon? Dude, I played so much Tetris when I was a kid. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, when you see Tetris blocks, but you're not playing Tetris. I played Tetris non-stop. Like if I wasn't when I was at home, the moment I would get home from school, I'd just play Tetris from start to sleep. And then it got to a point, I did that for like a week straight, and I started playing Tetris when I was sitting on the toilet at school, when I was walking down the hallways, in the tiles in the floor and the walls even. I just saw fucking Tetris blocks everywhere. So yeah, I feel this one in my bones. Like, I think I was straight up hallucinating sometimes. It got so crazy. New fan cast, Jack O'Connell as John Constantine. Who the fuck is Jack O'Connell? I immediately thought of Jerry O'Connell and his brother. I mean, I could see it. I don't know this guy. Who the fuck are you? Oh! Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. He was Remy. Sure, why not? Let's see. Have I seen Awkward Ashley react to Buffy? I have not. Have I seen the Homestuck series trailer by VivziePop? I have. I did. We talked about that all earlier. What color do you think best matches you in terms of personality or aura? I think you're a blue boy. I was going to say blue. Not my favorite color. I mean, it's my eye color, but not my favorite color. But I'm not I'm not like a red or a black, which is my two favorite colors, even though black's not a color, it's the absence of color. But I feel like a blue. I think blue fits. What's up, Bianca? How are you? My birthday is next week, and I'm 2020. Oh, 20? You're 2020 years old. Do I have any vibes? Do not stress out about for your birthday or your birthday party. Yeah, I'll send you all the good vibes. I don't know what else you meant by that personally. But usually my birthday, when it comes, it's just another day. You know, I might eat nice, treat myself to a convention off the wall, because that's what I did. I used my birthday as a way to justify going to Level Up, GalaxyCon, and fucking C2E2 in the same month. But hell, one of those was for Critical Role, and that was well worth it. But happy early birthday, the big 2020. Sorry for always recommending games. I'll try to tone it down. All good. It's just like when it's back to back to back to back, it's just a little exhausting sometimes. Have I ever played a video game? Not even once. Video games? Fucking nerd shit. Get that out of here. I know you don't collect Lego, but have you seen the new Lego original Game Boy set? I want it. It's so cool. I have not seen it. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. I can tell you though, I saw that X-Files one, and the second that gets made, I'm buying that. I no hesitation. Lego where? Sorry about the game recommendation, but I love that game. No, you're fine. You're totally fine. Bill and Ted. Thank you. Yes. All our old hats in here, fucking with the Bill and Ted. Don't spoil Buffy for the Buffy person. I love the Angel series too, just not the season 4 or 5. I loved Buffy / Angel pairing, but the Angel cast, Gunn was my favorite of his crew. The actor was amazing. What would you sacrifice to make a difference? What? Summer, help? What's that last little bit? Is that a reference to maybe the character you're talking about? See, this is because like I don't know shit about the Angel show, because I just could not get into it. What advice has been told to you that was genuinely helpful to you? Probably most of it, if I ever listened to it. I don't know, man. See, when I just get put on the spot, man, like my ability to recall things to the present just immediately melts away. I don't know. I can't think of a single fucking thing right now, specifically. I don't know. I apologize. I hate not having an answer when somebody asks me something too, though. But I legitimately cannot think of a single fucking thing. I remember a month ago that I said Sony's been struggling with their latest projects. While I still believe that, I would love if you reacted to One of Them Days with Keke Palmer and Za. Is that how you say that? I've seen it, but I've never heard it said out loud. It released around the beginning of the year, and it definitely is a great laugh if you enjoy a good buddy comedies like Friday. I've never seen Friday. I know that's a sin. I've never seen Friday. SZA. Thank you, Thomas, for helping me. I haven't heard of it, but again, there's just so many other things to check out. If opportunity allows itself, I might make the attempt. I say Trainwreck not because of the quality. I love Spider-Man 2, despite my issues. I think it would just be too much for Insomniac, you know, because game development is really expensive. Well, they were only on pre-production while Spider-Man 2 was going on. They weren't like in full production mode when they started production on on Wolverine, but I think they even had like an offshoot team working on it to get the ball rolling, but I think it's fine. I mean, most studios do that. Most studios have a little bit of overlap from whatever they're currently working on to the next project. It could be possible that LEGO might release the X-Files set. Would you get that? Yes. I mean, it won, right? That contest to be made. So it's being made, right? It may not be that exact template that we saw, but I thought they were for sure making an X-Files one based off of that design. I'll play it. I'll get it. If they make it, I will get it. That'll be the only LEGO set I own. Haven't been around as much, so apologize if you already answered this question a bunch. How are you feeling about them doing the Heartstopper movie instead of another season? If they're going to go out, I think it makes some sense. I mean, it would make a little more sense if it was in theaters, which it's not, to my understanding. Kind of like a High School Musical 3, you know, oh, we'll do it on the big screen, we'll go out with a bang kind of thing. If it was their final roundabout. I don't know how thick the final volume is. It just depends on how they execute it. They've done everything else so well. I would hope that they can tell it how they need to tell it and it be satisfactory. So it's hard to say. I don't know. I'm a little mixed on it. Like, sure, we could have probably done another season, but if there's not that much material for it, maybe a movie makes more sense. Or again, if they were going to make it a big old show stopping thingamabob, then yeah, movies I think the way to go. But I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Having gone the journey where we are at the end of season 3, I don't see a lot of roadway left for the characters where we left them, so maybe a movie might be this nice poignant end rather than dragging something out into 8 episodes if it doesn't necessarily constitute 8 episodes. But again, I don't know. I don't know enough about the source material to really chime in on that bit. So whatever they do for that I think best accommodates the remaining source material they have to adapt. I'm fine either way, but I think the movie, God, if it was in theaters, man, that'd be an extra little button on top. But yeah, tried your Netflix thing to appeal the demonetization, and they said, ha ha ha, no, fuck you. Yeah, they've been doing that to me too, as of late. And with Heartstopper, when I had the Heartstopper situation, I sent my usual stuff, sent it again. You know, sent a dispute, they denied it. Sent an appeal, they denied it, and requested, and it hit me with a copyright strike. Took the video down, and I appealed the strike. I was like, listen, go fuck yourself. Sent them a counter notice and everything, and waited the allotted time. They didn't respond, and my video went back up fully monetized. I didn't really have a problem going that route because they had only attacked the video about a week or two after all the people that were going to watch it had already watched it. So I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm not worried about having it like with episode. No, I don't know. They treat about Heartstopper stuff fucking weird. But I eventually got it back. People were like, oh, where'd your episode 4 go? I was like, give it a minute. It'll be back. But for Wednesday, like dealing with that right out the jump for something you need the views now, and it's impacting you when you're trying to get it released, as opposed to them going back 2 weeks later and be like, I don't like that. It doesn't really help all that much. They've been a pain in the ass lately, though. Did I know Wednesday season 2 isn't in 2 parts? You mean is? Because it is in 2 parts, because part 2 comes out in September. Like, I would love for both games to come out really, really good, but I much more preferred Spider-Man or Wolverine, not Spider-Man and Wolverine, if that makes sense. Kinda, but I think there's a gap in how video game production works here that we're a little on different ends of. What's up, Burning Purple Roses? Very random question, but do you have any theories for Stranger Things Season 5? Any suspicions on who will die? I've mentioned this a couple times. I don't think any main cast member is actually going to die in the show. I would be shocked if any of them does. The only theory I have is that while Eleven and Will have this outside external connection to fight Vecna from the outside, I think Max is going to play a part on helping that because her soul is inside him. So I think we're going to have to pincer maneuver him internally and externally, and I think that link and that shared bond that Will has that he's never been able to get rid of, that's going to play a part into it, and that's how Max is going to help in some way bring that fucker down. Now, whether or not when they do, will her soul be freed? Will it return to her body, or will she just pass? I have no fucking clue. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what the hell they do with this shit, man. I don't know if it's true, but Pedro Pascal was also in the running to be in that Weapons movie. No, he was originally cast as the lead, I think was what I read. But then the strikes happened, COVID happened, and his schedule changed, and they had to drop him. He was originally, I think that's what I read at least, was he was supposed to be the leading man in it. But yeah, let's see. I was curious to know your thoughts on YouTube implementing an age verification, which apparently starts next week. I don't know, man. This AI detection based on your behavior, your watch history, and all this kind of stuff, and it's going to assume what age you are. Knowing the type of stuff people watch on YouTube, it is going to get so many people flagged wrong. I have no idea how it's going to impact the videos, but I think it's like a viewer and viewership. It's going to be real fucking annoying. And I know people don't want to be giving YouTube their information. I mean, if you run a monetized YouTube channel, they have everything they need to know about me. That's how I get paid. So it doesn't it's all, to be fair, I'm like, all of us have to do it just to be monetized, but I get most people don't want that shit out there, but you may get slapped watching kids only content for the future if you don't do it. I don't know how the fuck it's gonna work. I have no idea. I just know they're trusting AI to make these decisions out of the jump, and we know it's gonna get so much shit wrong. Sorry. That's the only way to say that properly. Also, do you like any musicals? I love musicals. If so, which ones? The Producers is one of my favorites. Hairspray, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, Wicked, Rent, Beetlejuice, the musical. Yeah, I love me some musicals, man. I'm a show choir kid. I love me musicals. Vecna will die in season 5, and that's literally it. Fair enough. I wish they made another Rock Band. I was always a Guitar Hero kid. I played Rock Band. It didn't feel the same. Didn't like it. I had it. Didn't like it. What superpower hero villain do you think you should not have? For me, Kilgrave, Tenet from Jessica Jones. Like would be terrible for me to have. Yeah, I'd probably maybe second that, because sometimes I'll have really crazy intrusive thoughts and I always feel compelled to share what they are sometimes, and if I inadvertently say something off my rocker and my power is that it comes true or it might make somebody do the thing I said, we'd be probably seeing a lot of problems. So that would be a terrible power for me. Are you surprised Xavier is not in the season at all of Wednesday, or are you questioned? I feel like, no. I mean, they said a long time ago he was not coming back because of all of the on-set drama, the trouble he got himself into, the sexual harassment and all of that, all the different things that were involved. No, I was not shocked at all because, well, one, they announced it a long time ago he wasn't coming back. So, no, there was no shock or surprise at all he was not in this season. And the reason they gave for him to not be there makes sense. I like it. They didn't have to recast or anything like that. Also, I have not watched the Mighty Nein trailer because I kind of fell out of love with Vox Machina after they brought Percy back. Like, I know that's something that can happen in D&D. Kind of wish it didn't because it kind of lessens the character deaths in my eyes. You know, I just hope they don't go down Dragon Ball route where death has 0 consequences. Well, I'm not going to say nothing because I know things. But they haven't released an actual trailer. They've only released clips. Like, there's no actual trailer for Mighty Nein yet. It's definitely going to be a different vibe, different tone, different feel. But it's D&D. That shit can happen. Yeah, I got no problem with it. Personally, I'd have more of a problem with it if they kept him dead. Personally, but that's me. As a reactor, what do you think about the idea of someone reacting to a show with 1,000 plus episodes and randomizing which episodes they watch? While as I was reading this, it's like, haha, 1,000 plus episodes? Dude, I'm watching One Piece. And then you said randomize which episodes they watch. The Simpsons, you're not going to run into a lot of problems doing that. But that is an interesting strategy. And I do not know how functionally that would work and what the effectiveness of that would be. I feel like there would be a novelty to watching it. But I don't know, man. That would be insane to do something like that. And also keep track of which ones you've watched and which ones you haven't. If you transform them into a big enough eagle and your clothes are light enough, you could carry your stuff to where you're going. But also, what are the odds you could shapeshift clothes like Morph? If you could do that, we'd have a lot better situation on our hands. Then you're like, now you're like, well, the clothes are actually technically just my skin. And I'm just choosing to hide my junk from everybody. It gets real weird when you start to think about how the skin is actually, your clothes is actually a part of your being. When certain supernatural or fictional things incorporate that element into the mix. It would be way more convenient to do that, though. Let's see. Actors are just people. Putting them on a pedestal is a recipe for disaster. No one, not a stranger or a loved one, can live up to your imagined lore for them. 1000%. I think that's why I don't get... Like, I might get disappointed if they have certain opinions. Like, if they turn out to be, like, racist or something crazy like that. Then I'll kind of be like, But, like, yeah, people are faulty, people are fucked up, people are gonna have their problems or whatever. Their actors are just fucking people. And sometimes, you know, fame, it just accentuates the worst of people. It's like in Marvel, you know, the powers you get, they don't change you. They just accentuate what's already there. And I think fame will do that to you. Some people are just better at hiding it than others. But that's why I try not to get too attached to it. Say that to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Say what? Gonna be weird watching Smallville on Disney. I'm wondering if it'll stay there. I wonder if some things will leave specifically because of the license or whatever. In the first episode Wednesday, the Tale of the Skull Tree scene gave me Vincent vibes. Hope Burton does more stop motion. I loved that sequence. That sequence was so good. So when they fully merge, do you think those who have Disney and Hulu bundle will save money with only Disney, or are they going to have to keep it all at the same price? That I have no idea about, because I also have the bundle. No idea how that's going to work. Honestly, I would expect the Disney Plus price to go up and compensate for the bundle, but I would imagine it won't go up much, but who knows. Blindwave started reacting to Batman Beyond. Did I ever watch it? Any particular thoughts on, like, Terry McGinnis? Yeah, they watched Batman the Animated Series, right? And then they just went right into Batman Beyond. I did. I tried to watch it. I don't like it. I watched it if it was the only thing on, but I did not like Batman Beyond. I didn't really like Terry. I mean, it might feel differently now, but as a kid, I was like, you're not fucking Batman. Get off my TV. I just never really got into it. Also, I don't like, what do you want to call it? Future core? Or whatever the vibe of that whole thing was, the cyberpunk nature of it all. I also don't really vibe with that. So there was a lot of things I just didn't gel with, man. I didn't hate it, but I just didn't like it. I didn't love it. Hasbro still owns Power Rangers, but Disney is producing the new show. That's the only thing we know about it. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Also, yes, that makes way more sense, because Hasbro also said they're no longer producing their own IPs. They'll maintain ownership, but after I remember this now, after Transformers 1 flopped so hard, they said, we're not paying or producing any of our movies or anything, or shows or anything like that anymore. So they're probably licensing out the IPs they own to other places, and Disney is probably the one, is doing that now. That makes sense. Do I plan on reacting or watching Life of Chuck? Yes. That was my most anticipated movie of this year. The fact that it never played at a theater near me frustrates the fuck out of me. And the fact that it came and went and I didn't even realize it. Yeah, I definitely want to watch it. I know it's out right now. I just got to find time. Sorry, I meant the new live action Power Rangers in development that Disney is producing. No, I knew what you meant. Don't worry about it. The shows this year for me are Andor, The Sandman, and Season 4, The Bear, in that order. Season 4, The Bear was also really good. Dead Boy Detectives, give it back to me. After finishing the first season of Dead Boy Detectives, I would have definitely watched a second season, I'll say. I really enjoyed it. First episode was really rough, but the second episode onward, it got better and better and better, except for that random weird ass episode right near the end. I would love to have another season of Dead Boy Detectives. It might be something about the people not wanting to watch just because something is teens. I've been trying to get my mom to watch Heartstopper, but she says I don't like teen shows. That was me when people were always recommending me Heartstopper. I don't watch romance, I don't watch rom-coms, I don't watch teen shows, I don't like dramas. Typically. There's certain things I will never seek out. Which it won a poll, so I watched it, and I loved it. But I would just never seek it out. And yeah, that's one of those things. But for that, it was just like, oh, it's Mike Flanagan. I'm there. That was the hook for me. Plus X-Files. Plus Heather Langenkamp. There's a lot of fun little people popping up in it. But main draw was Flanagan. I trust Flanagan. Definitely very curious about the Disney Plus Power Rangers. We'll see how it goes, man. Tetris is the bane of my carpal tunnel. No kidding. Somehow Geek Ledger returned. Dark science. Cloning. Welcome back, Geek Ledger. It's been a minute. The fact that Midnight Club got canceled is outrageous. Maybe it wasn't as great as Haunting a Hill House or Midnight Mass, but it was a great show, and Flanagan had a full plan for a second season. At least once it got canceled, they gave us the peace of mind to, he at least gave us the peace of mind to just release everything outright for us, so that we can at least know what was going to happen. I'm not sure what's going on, but my shit's all kinds of froze over here. Let me see if I can get this back up, because I haven't got a new chat message in a while. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just had to reload everything on my YouTube side. I was like, man, it really fell off here after a minute. Here we go. All right, yeah. I really wanted to see what they were gonna do with that show, man. Sorry I was late. I was had to help my mom clear up the basement because we were getting rid of some old stuff, and the basement had water in it. Oh, that sucks. And never apologize for being late, man. It's been a while, folks. How is everybody? I'm doing good. Good. Have I seen The Simpsons and Futurama crossover? Or no, just seen The Simpsons and Futurama. Yes, I've seen some Simpsons, not a lot. I've seen all of Futurama, barring the new seasons. I love Futurama, man. But when it ended to me. I never came back when they brought the show back the second time around. After the end. And then they were like, hey, more seasons. I was like, I never came back for after that. Have I watched the To Be Hero X trailer yet? No, I have not. Birthday is January 2nd, so I get a cool gifts on Christmas and a practical gifts on my birthday. Fair enough. Works out that way. With the confirmation of you playing League, what position of champion do you main? When I played, I was typically tank, top laner, or support, but I enjoyed spinning to win as Garen or hooking as Thresh. I've been playing exclusively ARAM since I got my gold ranking back. But when I'm playing like a proper Summoner's Rift game, I main support, and I will play... I'll rotate depending on my feeling. Right now, I've been trying to play nothing but Morgana, just because I love fucking Morgana. But my most games played is with Brand support, because he is deadly, and Leona. Leona's probably Leona and Morgana are my two favorite champions, but in my rotation, it's usually Brand, Morgana, or Leona. Also, you can get real nasty with Thresh, but I feel like I'm not there enough with Thresh yet. Angel, I like season 1 and 2, and then things got a wee bit weird. I'm gonna recommend a whole list of games, just get it out of my system. Heavily apologize for what you were about to bear witness to. Oh God. Have I seen The Simpsons? I did not know there was a crossover. So no. Gunn's character arc was basically him losing himself in the desire to make a difference for others. which was striking to me because all of them he knew / understood himself the most. Okay, that makes a little more sense now with the context. So where the set photo leaks for Spider-Man Brand New Day are giving me life. The only thing I feel like they could do to mess this up is introduce Paul or something. We'll have to wait and see. The hell you mean you never see Friday? I've never seen Friday. I've never seen Friday. Lego's released the first original Nintendo Game Boy from the 90s. That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Cool. I had one. I wish I still had it though, but I do not. I stopped playing League due to the anti-cheat software Vanguard that I was a paranoid of since it runs so deeply on your system. Have you had any issues with it? Yeah, not it specifically, but it was one of many issues I was having because something happened a few months ago with my Windows profile in general. Something corrupted just my Windows. And I think it turned out to be the actual problem wasn't Windows itself because I tried to reinstall it and the reinstallation failed. Turns out the actual issue was with my CPU, which is why I now have a 14900K. Because I had to upgrade, because I just had to start swapping parts to figure out why I couldn't get Windows back on my computer. So, but I would always get these random blue screens on restart, and it would always be with the Vanguard system icon thing, the system process for Vanguard. And I thought it was a Vanguard problem. Turns out in the long run, because it was also causing problems with Halo Infinite, it was causing problems with League, it was causing problems with other stuff. And I was sometimes, even when it wasn't related to any of those, even when I uninstalled it, I still was getting blue screens on different stuff. Turns out it was my processor the entire time. Having replaced my processor and reinstalled everything, I've been having no issues with it at all. But it is really annoying that it loads before your OS does. I have no idea why its anti-cheat needs to be that ingrained in your system. No More Heroes trilogy, Destroy Humans. I played Destroy Humans. Street Fighter 6, Persona 4, Gold Saints, Saints Row, Hi-Fi, Call of Juarez, Gunslinger, Guardians of the Galaxy. So many more I can name off the top of my head, but that's about it for now. Now I'm very sorry. I will not play a single one of any of these games. That's for sure. Will we have a Lego build stream with Omni with the X-Files set? Hey, maybe that'd be an idea. It might be next year for a Lego X-Files set, maybe. I know my sister wants it. I know I'm going to get it. Now that you finished Heartstopper, I can remake my statement. I feel like they should have given more attention to Tara and her anxieties and what was going on with her. I agree. That's my one little hang up with season 3 was that I feel like they just brushed off Tara's storyline. I love your reaction to the Birdcage. I would like to see you react to another 90s comedy. What other 90s comedy are we talking about here? Let's see. What? Okay, it's okay. It's all good. I definitely recommend you watch Friday first. If you ever decide to, that is. It's a classic for a reason. I've heard good things about it. I've never seen it. It's one of those movies I just never got around to watching. Love your Birdcage reaction. Loved the Robin and Nathan chemistry. They had some fantastic chemistry, man. Well, that's all for me next time. And again, very sorry for all the video game recommendations instead of recommending more TV shows. Just don't recommend anything. I don't want no recommendations. I don't like talking about recommendations in general. Because again, asking me to watch other TV shows, it's just also just going to be the same answer. It's not going to happen until it happens. Don't recommend me stuff. I just not back to back. Like everything, one thing like here and there, but like don't spend the entire stream just recommending me shit. I've already got a list of 100 TV shows I need to someday watch. It's already stressful enough. And I haven't played other than League or Halo because I can do a match and then leave. I have not played a video game for my own pleasure or at all in 7 months. Maybe longer, no, a year. It's been over a year since I did my last segment on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The fuck? I've been wanting to play League again, but also have no friends into it anymore. I just want to chill with folks who don't take the game too seriously or treat casual games like ranked. That's my big hang up too, because just for the same reasons. I play solo, I don't queue with anybody. I think that's why I play ARAM so much. Everybody just gets a random champion and you just fight the whole time. There's nothing, if anybody's taking ARAM seriously, they just have a problem. It happens, but not that often. Most people recognize, dude, it's ARAM, we're just fucking around, it's fine. Nah, Jonathan's cooked. Isn't there only like 2 weeks between part 1 and 2 of Wednesday? Why even separate them? Has anyone heard anything about the why? Part 2 comes out in September. Yeah, September 3rd. It's definitely not 2 weeks. It's in 2 separate months because they want that paycheck. They want that extra subscription money. Now, that theory does not hold true with Stranger Things. Now, that release schedule makes no sense. Stranger Things are definitely killing off somebody. I don't know, man. We'll see. Would you be upset if they use some weak excuse, time travel or anything to bring Eddie back? Or will you be, I don't even care, just bring him back? I don't even care, just bring him back. Fuck it. I liked Eddie. Bring him back. He died in the Upside Down. We don't know what happens when that happens. I mean, well, we know what happens when it happens to Barb. But who knows? He could be a fucking meat puppet for Vecna. I don't know. Vecna is a necromancer in D&D, so who knows? I wouldn't mind Will dying in Stranger Things. It would work narratively. He was also the first one to be attacked apart from Barbara. It would make sense for evil to catch him after all this time. It would make sense. It would also break up the triangle they've got going on. I think if anybody has to die, it's going to be somebody in that triangle. With 11, Mike, and Will. Best case scenario for everybody would be if Mike died. Because Will's been through so much shit. I just don't want them to kill Will. Like, just let him be happy. I don't want them to kill 11 either, for the same reasons. Mike's just kind of there, and he's also the linchpin between these two people and this, like, trifecta. He also serves very minuscule of a purpose in the show overall. But, yeah. If somebody had to die, I'd say Mike. But I feel like if anybody will die, it might be Will or 11. But I just don't want any of them to die. The minute I get flagged as less than 18, I'm dipping. It'll be like, it's been fun, folks. I'm CCTV'd enough. And no, I've read that book, and it does not end well. Just heard the news. I do not know if it's been confirmed or not, but Dick Grayson might be in the Batman Part 2. James Gunn just tweeted out, I think it was either earlier today or last night, that the Robin news is nonsense. So, probably not. I would volunteer as tribute to one of the to be one of be on one of Zatanna's stage shows. Nod. Yes. Agreed. Same. Here's also not going to take your channel age into account. There have been people watching YouTube with 18-plus-year-old accounts. I mean, that should be a whole other thing. Like, your account age should definitely factor in. Also, YouTube is 20 years old. Feel old yet? I remember it just starting to be this thing in high school when I was there. I know we were huddled around a bunch of people watching dumb videos in our teacher's office in high school. Be like, haha, what's a YouTube? Thought that age verification thing was a joke. That's really happening? Oh yeah, it's 100% definitely happening. Like, that's for sure happening. Hear me out. Henry Cavill is Constantine. I am now silencing my ears. Hell no. Watch Reactions, The Daily Show, and Mallory Towers, a show about young girls at an English boarding school. What the hell is YouTube going to do with me? New Xavier actor wasn't coming back, but I didn't know why. I assumed it was drugs or something. I'm pretty sure it was like sexual assault or something along those lines. I can't remember, but I thought that's what it was. Testing message. What's up? I'm heading out. Thank you for the chat. Hope you all have a good weekend/week, and I'll continue my X-Files watch and report back next time. Take care, Omni. Take it easy, Nikki. And hopefully one of these days I'll catch you at San Jose. Commented me talking about Blitzcrank and Thresh kept getting auto-deleted for some reason. Maybe this works? Well, that works so far. I also will frequent Blitz if opportunity arises. Basically, I was talking about Blitzcrank and Thresh as a silly bot lane duo. Hook City with Trio with Nautilus. God, that's just a nightmare scenario for anybody on the other team, because you could also go full AD Thresh. Charge up your hook, get that awesome crit, and then just think you're getting away, get back here, and then give them the scoop, and then the ult, and then they're stuck. And then do, like, I've seen that. Can't remember. I've seen a Thresh as the ADC. And somebody else was, I can't remember if it was a Blitzcrank. It may have been. I can't remember. I feel like I've seen a combo like that before. 5 Blitzcranks all for 1 mode. That I've seen, and it's hilarious. What show or movie you watched that had a great concept but terrible execution? Oh, The Acolyte. Great concept, terrible execution. Other than the fight choreography and a couple of like everything to do with the stranger, I liked. All the fight scenes, I liked. The storyline and the lead, the pace, all ass. Also Titans. Actually, no, that was terrible concept also. Titans right off the jump had a terrible concept, and it was terrible right off the jump. Never mind, I take that back. It was terrible, it was just terrible. Until it got slowly better over time. Since I woke up from my nap, this started off at, it was a Moscato wine that I had been pouring Red Bull into. Now it's mostly Red Bull. Considered watching General Hospital just to see if I can catch up to the modern day 15,000 episodes. I feel like my brain would melt. There's no way there's 15,000 episodes. Is that real? Box Lunch has an X-Men 97 varsity jacket if that's something you're into. Maybe. Well, I mean, 7 hours wasn't my nap. I had an hour-long nap after my morning stint. After the 7 hours, I was up for like 6 or 7. Then I took an hour nap, and then I got on the stream. I also need to read the Heartstopper comics, but I've heard that Solitaire is a spin-off book that focuses on Tori, which I'm hoping we get to see on screen. Correction. Heartstopper is a spin-off of Solitaire. That's what I've heard. Solitaire was the original comic, and Heartstopper spun off from Solitaire. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. Yeah, it came out first. What's your favorite Burton stop motion nightmare? Corpse, Vincent, Frankenweenie. Mine is Nightmare, but love all. You say Vincent. I don't know which thing you're talking about. Oh, I haven't seen this. I also haven't seen Frankenweenie, and I haven't seen all of Corpse Bride. so probably not fair. By default, I haven't seen Frankenweenie. The only one I've seen is Nightmare, to be fair. And I love Nightmare. From what I understand, Hulu had a 10-year deal for Smallville and is supposed to leave the service September 30th, 2026. I don't know what Hulu fully merging with Disney Plus means, though. There's gonna be a lot of questions with that, I'm sure. I've been sick and watching comfort shows. Was watching Smart Guy on Disney. What's your sick comfort me show? If it's X-Files, then besides X-Files. If I'm feeling like just sick, down and out, probably Avatar: The Last Airbender, Friends, or That 70s Show. Probably. It'd be one of those. I've said this a couple times. Friends makes me sad now, and I found that also that 90s show, that 70s show does as well. It just makes me sad because it just makes me miss when things were like that. Like when my friends and I would just see each other all the damn time. I just get sad anymore watching either of those shows. Sometimes I'll still laugh, chuckle, and have a fun time and a little gaff and whatever, but I'll find myself getting more sad and depressed watching them than anything now. So probably Avatar. If I can't pick X-Files. Avatar. Rip Hulu, 18 glorious years. Not even old enough to drink, but you will be missed. I rarely used Hulu, to be honest. Birthday party, so winter that I haven't seen. I haven't seen your videos yet. So you stop in the comments, please. You do not answer any swear word. Do not any swear words, please. I just haven't had time. You not do? Oh, I will swear. If you tell me not to, I will swear more. I do not buy into this. There's any bad words nonsense except for slurs, obviously. Like anything purely targeted and created out of hate. Swear words in general, I think that is some stupid shit to be upset about. But that's just me. The concept of swear words I think is ridiculous. But I'm so confused on what you're trying to say, to be honest. Haven't seen your videos yet. So winter haven't seen. Yeah, I'm really not sure what most of this is. I apologize, Bianca. I've been watching weekly every Sunday, MCU and DCEU, one movie each week in release order. This week is Captain America: First Avenger and Wonder Woman, which I think is nicely timed pairing. That is actually pretty well put together. I think League of Legends is a fantastic game other than the rampant toxicity of players. I think you're going to get that in anything that has a competitive multiplayer focus. Because, I mean, Xbox Live back in the day, it was obscene. So obscene. Everybody took everything seriously. I was no different. I got really mad if I didn't win. I took it way too seriously, especially if I was playing Halo, dude. There was one week I broke 7 controllers. Only because I didn't own all 7 of those controllers initially. Some of them were gifts. Not even gifts. Like I had a buddy who he just gave me his Xbox and all of the equipment that came with it, and I just rattled through that shit. I had a hole in my ceiling. I took that shit way too hard. And I'm just a competitive person. And I've had to unlearn all of that for a long time. I had a lot of really bad gamer rage when I was younger. I might flare up here every now and then playing something, but I'm so much more laid back now. But I think once you add competition to it, I think it's hard to, I think it's not just a league problem. I think it's a competitive multiplayer problem. People will just get upset because they want to win. And when they don't, they will freak out. They will blame somebody else. If they got a new player or whatever, they will just redirect that frustration elsewhere. Tend to only play ARAM because people are much less mad serious facing Morgana, Lux, and Heimerdinger. Oh yeah, that's also why I play ARAM. I struggled through that grind this past season just to get that gold icon back. I got it, and I'm done. And even then, it was a painful grind because I'm not good. I mean, I'm decent. I'm decent enough, but I'm not like great at the game. I'm never gonna hit platinum. I'm never gonna hit anything above gold. But I just wanted to at least get back to my default position, and I did. And now I'm done. I have not touched rank since. Next week will be Avengers Assemble and Justice League. Another perfect timing. That's great. Darkly, no! It's a rewatch. I've seen those movies a lot, just not for a while. Don't know if anyone's talked about it, but did you hear K-pop Demon Hunters getting a sing-along theatrical release? Oh, really? That's interesting. Has Been Hotel's getting one in theaters as well, getting a sing-along release in theaters for the first 4 episodes and the finale. I don't know why just those episodes, but that's also something that's happening. Oh, thoughts on Ted Lasso Season 4 started filming. I'm excited to see them coming back and following up on that women's football thread that we got at the end of the last season. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what they do with it. Ted coming back to coach Richmond's women's team. Yep. Who would you say is a better friend towards Bruce? Hush or Harvey Dent? Harvey. Digimon question, because Digimon are digital creatures and I think they are like files. Why don't they have periods in their names? Like Agu.mon. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point. Because every Digimon is Mon's in their name. Mon should be their file extension. Holy shit, Hunter. You've just broke my brain. Don't recommend any things. Me, can I recommend a good cotton? Perhaps a fine silk. These wools are amazing, perfect for a good coat. I do not recommend linen or it wrinkles. I don't know why I went down that road, but it just made me think of like a street merchant trying to like sell me on something. From the last episode of Wednesday Part 1, the first episode 2 is like 3 weeks. Oh, maybe that's what you meant. But yeah, because you're the month away, my sub would be the reason. The idea for a Ted Lasso spinoff that followed ABC was founded in 1897, and the first season of the EFL and the Premier League didn't exist until the 1990s, and if they split off the EFL, regarding the great concept they executed Gemini Man, great movie, CGI wasn't there yet. Marvel was required the Asian and the Will Smith, but bad. I thought these were connected, but they are not. I mean, that sounds like an interesting concept, but I like what they're doing with the current idea. I mean, it's something that was set up at the end of season 3, so it's just carrying that forward. And again, like I even said in that, they left it open-ended. Nothing about that finale was final. Stranger Things, if somebody has to die, of not the main kids, who do you think would be? Like the parents, Steve? If Steve dies, I'm burning the show. I'm just burning it. That's all I'll say. I don't know. They're all being cast to me, so I don't think Joyce will die. I don't think Hopper will die. Maybe, what's his name? Damn it, why am I blanking on his name? The guy knows martial arts. He speaks the Russian. He's the reporter. Anyway, I can't remember that one. I'm thinking Jonathan might be the one to die, saving Will from Vecna. Oof. I mean, maybe. They have no idea what they're doing with Nancy and him and Steve, so who knows. Murray, thank you. Thank you, Preston. It was like right there on the tip of my tongue, and I could not find it. I'd be disappointed if Tom Hanks turned out to be a horrible person. Valid. Regarding great concept, terrible execution, Gemini Man. Great movie, CGI just wasn't there yet. Marvel is the only company that have cracked the de-aging technology. CGI Will Smith looked bad. It did look pretty terrible. I did see that movie in theaters, and yes, you are correct. What's up, Caliban? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Just got home from watching F4. Missed the stream, so have I seen it? I have not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. 7 hours still considered a nap? I think I already addressed this one. My biggest icks or ifs with Stranger Things, they ruined my favorite character, Hopper, in season 3 by attempting to give him a persona reset. Basically, to redo his character development. I disagree on that. I've heard a lot of people second that. I don't see that at all. That season 3 to me was the next stage in the evolution of Hopper, especially after season 2, once they really settled into him and Eleven and their relationship. With them being in a good spot at the start of season 3, that's the next stage of, one, their relationship, like with her and Mike, and his relationship with her as a dad, dealing with that relationship for her. And then him also trying to be, for the one that was grounding and holding all these secrets, to be able to unburden from that, and then trying to move on and create a life. I think that was just the next logical step for Hopper. Hopper's my favorite character. And I think season 3, I have no issues with how they handled him in season 3, personally. Him and Steve are my favorite characters. Anyway, bro, let's hit up Tyler Galpin for that ab routine, am I right? I mean, yeah, for being locked up in there, man, he's still, I mean, given to yank those trains, you gotta be doing something in there. I mean, there doesn't look like there's a whole lot else to do in there. Get shredded. Have I seen the new Naked Gun movie? I have not. If so, are you going to do a reaction to the second or the third Naked Gun movie? I think I will have to do that before I react to the new one, just to make sure I've done it all. It's not even the biggest episode count. There's a German children's show with over 22,000 episodes. Holy fuck. I think the best person to kill in Stranger Things is Steve. He's literally completed his character development. He is not. It's still up in the air. Him and Nancy, all that stuff, it's still up in the air. Stop it. Thing about Mike is he has no development. He's been the same character from season 1 to now. And I like Mike, but like literally he's... What? Like, he's the most potato character in the entire show. Just saying. I think that came to mind. They Came Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield is a good movie if you want to react to that. I don't know if I've seen any Rodney Dangerfield movies or not. I'm not sure. Will dying will be so dumb in Stranger Things. Given everything they put him through, I think it would be very cruel and also a huge fucking trope to kill him. Being the only, openly, well, not even openly, but the only gay kid in the entire show, and they kill him, and they don't let him be happy, it just plays into feasting that trope. They're not going to kill Will. If they kill Will, that's stupid. Like, it's just stupid. I would like for it, yeah, I don't know. Like, I have a hard time, like, putting anybody up on the chopping block. It would just also be unfortunate for the payoff for Eleven's entire existence to be sacrificed at the end, too. So, I don't know. I don't want any of them to die. Like, my best case scenario is none of them die. And do you think Stranger Things will dive into more real-life scandals in this new parts of the new season? I still can't believe MK Ultra thing really happened and Agent Orange didn't even know. Yep. Didn't know about those until I looked them up. Yeah, man, most of what they deal with all happened in some scale. Honestly, with what they have to deal with right now, I don't know if they have a lot of time to really dive into any of that. I mean, they very well could, but I think they've got a thing to focus on. And I don't know what the real world parallel of that would be. So we'll have to wait and see, though. If 11 dies, you were right. Yes, Lily. Realized today I've never seen a Wes Anderson movie. Maybe I should. The first Wes Anderson movie I watched, like I put up on there, it was Grand Budapest Hotel. Very, very interesting fucking movie. Because I think Aladdin was the other one. Was that what it was? I know there was one of his that I was like, I don't count that. And I can't remember what it was. I don't think that was him though. That was not him. That was That was the other guy. Not anything remotely Wes Anderson. Who the fuck? Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the only. Oh, right. Wes Anderson. That was the Royal Tenenbaums, because I had rented that once and tried to watch it and just couldn't get through it. But Grand Budapest Hotel, really enjoyed it. Also, if Stranger Things already had enough characters, there's going to be more in season 5, completely new faces. There are. And if they keep up their act, whoever's new might die. What other characters do you think Tom Sturridge will be perfect to play? I mean, that's hard to say, you know, like he could play. I mean, it's hard to say of that, like any actor. Like I don't look at him and I'm like, oh, he screams this person. You know, it's not like Anthony Starr when I'm just like, fuck, he'd be a really great Eobard Thawne, because he just looks like Eobard Thawne. So I don't know. Nothing immediately just leaps off, but I'd love to see whatever the fuck he does. I think Solitaire was a book, though, that introduced Charlie and Nick, and then they became a comic. I put him on my Doctor Who wish list. I'd be down with that. What's my favorite anime? Naruto. And when I say that, I mean both it and Shippuden. The fact that they're two separate anime is dumb as shit. It's one stupid story. I don't consider them separate. When I say Naruto, I mean the whole damn thing. Part 1 and part 2. And it's weird to say too, because I've got a lot of issues with the pacing of it all. But it's like my favorite world, my favorite story, my favorite characters in anime. And the execution, I think, could definitely be better. And I do think it's in heavy need of a remake. Because after a point, I did just end up reading it to its conclusion. But the fights, man, when they pop off, the fights are fucking great. And did I see the new Jurassic Park movie? Not yet. Either way, it was in the trailer. I still can't believe T-Rex learned how to swim. Oh my god, that would make me horrid twice as more as I would already be dealing with dinos. Oh yeah, because you're not even safe in the water at that point. Smallville used to be my comfort show. In the last few years, it started to show its age, like the fact that Lex, a 22-year-old man, was best friends with a 14-year-old teenager. Was weird. I forgot he was 22. Yeah, a little weird. A little very weird. When you look at it through that lens. And then also, when him and Lana start to... It gets weird. Yeah. It's also weird when you're trying to think like... Tom Welling is 14-year-old teenager in that show. Bullshit. My comfort show was briefly Grimm, but then I rewatched it recently, and the main guy getting with the woman who basically SA'd him was the dumbest thing the show could have done. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sounds dumb. I heard good things about Grimm, but I don't know. I've never really seen it. Did I play Mortal Kombat? I'm worried about what happened when you couldn't pull off a fatality. I never really got that butthurt about the fatalities. I also never really took Mortal Kombat that seriously. I never played it online. Refused to do so. Only ever played it against friends and played the story modes, and that was it. I mean, I'd get annoyed if I couldn't pull it off. Because I think in one of them there was like an achievement or a challenge to do them all, or I wanted to see them all. And some of them were just so difficult to pull off, but I did eventually do them all. Can't remember if I asked in your Discord, but for you and chat, what was a song during your teen angst times of staring at the ceiling and or crying? I was who mistake the reason. Oh shit, dude. Pick an Evanescence song. Just pick one. Any of them. That whole first CD was the soundtrack to my life for a few months. Yeah, 100%. What? Sing along in theaters? What? Must Google. Sorry, what? At least watch Vincent. It's only a short narrated by Vincent Price. It's 6 minutes. It's so good. Then watch The Corpse Bride. And then watch this. And then watch that. A short with Vincent Price. That does intrigue me, though. I forgot the Avengers was titled Avengers Assemble Across the Pond. I honestly really prefer that title. The Avengers always felt like an odd one out not having a subtitle. I guess I never really thought about it. Sorry to put you on the spot so much with some of the questions. I suffer from the same problem, asking me something and then my brain breaks. Yeah, it just, I don't know. This is, sometimes I just can't bring something to the forefront. Also gonna wait until all of season 2 of Wednesday is out. Broken binges are tough. We'll watch your reviews then. All good, totally understand. Like Jungle to Jungle, Little Rascals, George of the Jungle, Little Giants, like 90s kids 90s movies. Jungle to Jungle. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen this. I just didn't recognize the name. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't seen Little Rascals. I've seen George of the Jungle. I've seen Little Giants. I don't remember Little Giants, but I know I've seen it. Little Rascals. Yeah, I know of it. I've seen. No, I'm almost positive I've seen it. I could tell you I don't remember anything about it. I know Alfalfa. I know that. I don't know if I've seen the movie in full, though. Murray, take it easy on me. See you next Saturday. Take it easy, D. Cole. Not sure if anyone asked this. A couple streams ago, you said you'd react to the new Stranger Things trailer. Did you change your mind? Totally fine if you did. I understand I wanted to go in blind, although the Duffer said it barely scratches the surface and it's only a teaser. I did see bits of it at PeachCon, so like that's part of the reason why, because that's one of the trailers that Jay and Adam put on their rotation. So I did see bits and pieces of it there. So I just, at that point, I'm just like, there's no point in really reacting to it. I've already kind of seen it already, so it is what it is. Sometimes shit just happens. Sometimes I don't feel the desire to really react to trailers these days. I'm so busy with all the fucking episodes of TV I'm watching. I'm almost like at a point where I feel like I might need to scale back on certain things, but I'm trying not to. Also, I don't know if it's always been this way, but I'm getting a lot of them in my feed, but Doctor Who has a ton of fan films and fan series. One fan series is 5 seasons of 40 episodes. What the fuck? I definitely haven't been getting that, but I did see like something come up in another thing when I was doing like some research on some old classic stuff I was trying to refresh myself on, and some fan film stuff came up, but I never really got any more of it in my feed though. I would like you to recommend me some good food for my birthday dinner tonight. I'm probably the worst person to ask for food advice because I am a plain bean when it comes to my food tastes. Pepperoni and cheese, only thing I like on pizza. On my burgers, ketchup and cheese, only thing I want on my burger. That's it, nothing else. Yeah, I got a very bland like food palate. I'm so picky. It's problematic with how picky I am about what I eat. But maybe some good hibachi gets you some fried rice, chicken, salmon, steak even. I frequent salmon these days in most of my meals. That or a good steak, filet mignon, all day, every day. It's the only cut that I will tolerate. I don't know. I think Jonathan will die saving Will. Nancy won't move on to Steve. She'll just move on. I want all of them to just move on. I don't think any of them are good for any of them right now. I think the best thing for all of them is to move on, and sure, Jonathan can die saving Will. Totally agree with you on Hopper. Season 3 just seems like he's starting to act like a normal dad. Kind of reminds me of my own dad. Yeah, he just acted like a fucking dad who had a daughter. Did he get a little eccentric at times? Sure, but he was healing. I mean, part of his trauma was the fact that he never got to be a dad. So it's really interesting. I don't know, I liked it. I mean, I've seen parents like that. It just felt very real to me. Like how Dustin isn't even mentioned as an option of death. He must not be touched. Yeah, no. Steve, no Dustin. You can't touch either of them. Not even trying. No way Dustin's dying, bro. If 11 dies, I'll riot. I think Mike should be the one to sacrifice himself if they do go that route. Agreed. Have a growth moment for his character where he acknowledges that he's been kind of a jerk to everybody and wants to make up for that. How do I feel about Boruto? Listen. It's not terrible. I really wish we just ended with the original show. I mean, he's busted as fuck at the moment, being a god and everything. I haven't kept up in the last couple of chapters, though, so I don't know what's transpired. I can't get into the change in the art style. I don't really like the art for the new thing, for the new show. I don't like that we had to come up with these ways to get Naruto and Sasuke out of the picture, and the ways that we did it, I'm not a huge fan of. There's been some really fucking cool moments, some great moments, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like we should have just stopped. Probably should have just stopped. It's not bad. I just don't love it. And the more they add, the more they're just complicating things, I think. Tom Sturridge for Jonathan Harker from Dracula. That'd be good. Ever watched Yellow Submarine? I have not. I can see you being more open to Batman Beyond as you are now, but fair enough, as it sounds like there were plenty of elements of it to be off-putting for you, especially cyberpunk stuff. Loved it. Yeah, I don't know why. Growing up, I just did not care for the cyberpunk, cybergoth stuff, like what we thought the future was supposed to be and stuff. So like when anything in something I was watching jumped into the future and stuff like that, I had a hard time vibing with a lot of it. And just the style, the fashion and all that, it just, at least in the 90s cartoons, was so cringe. It's part of the reason I couldn't vibe with the Dark Knight Returns either, too. That whole aesthetic, too, with the mutants and all of that. Didn't like it. Thought it looked dumb as shit. I just don't know. And then just who and what Terry is, also, I didn't like. It's just, Terry's fine, you know, but like, I mean, it was, fuck. Why am I having a brain fart right here? Will Friedle, so that was also that was A+. Also Kevin Conroy plus, but that's just not that is not the future Batman timeline I want or knew at the time. So like, that's why I was like, where are we going with this? How did we get to this point? Why is he Iron Man now? Like, that's where I'm just like, eh. Can you please give me a name idea for my tie-dye collared lizard plushie? Swirls. I've been waiting to ask you because I can't think of a name. Swirligator. It's a lizard. You didn't say gator, so I don't know. Swizzard. I don't know. Duffer Brothers, don't you dare kill off Steve. I know the producer of the show said he himself will riot if they kill Steve. So I think Steve might be safe, but that also could be, you know, he's been saying that for seasons now, and Steve's still around, so who knows. Took the quiz, and I'm very sure I'm a Ravenclaw. That's what I thought I was for the longest time, but the quiz says no. So I think I present Ravenclaw, but the older I get, the more Hufflepuff I've gotten. When I was in my early 20s and stuff like that, mid 20s too even, I think I presented Ravenclaw. Also, I just love ravens, so I think I wanted to be Ravenclaw as well, because I also had like this dark kind of emo-y edge too, so I thought that would kind of be like that, and also the analytical aspect of it. But then I realized deep down in my core, I'm just a Hufflepuff. I mean, and I've accepted that at this point. And the older I get, the more Hufflepuff I get. So it's just, I guess it was like Thanos. It was inevitable. Also, the fact that Tom Welling was 24 during the season 1 and Allison Mack was 17. Thomas talked at length of how weird kissing scenes were with her during the first couple of seasons. I could only imagine, you know, that's gotta be kind of, not even kind of weird, pretty fucking weird. That's how TV be sometimes. You can't really control who you cast if they fit the right kind of thing, and all you can do and the best you can hope for is just that everybody's as comfortable as possible and whatever. But yeah, you do find yourself when your casting is so broad like that, you can find yourself in some sicky ass situations. Lana was 19, so he said their scenes were easier. I would imagine. I would definitely imagine. Lex is weird, but the weirdest Superman thing is that Dean Cain has joined ICE. Listen, we're not going to go down that road. But that is a headline I guess over the last couple of years, I guess I'm not that shocked, because every time Dean Cain is in a headline, it's just like, this is why there's Superman everybody's trying to fucking forget right now. Like, it's just like, dude, the fuck are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Like, get the fuck out of here. God, I love that John Leguizamo called him out on that today. And like, it's just, why would anybody be proud of that is what I gotta say. I am so proud I'm gonna sign up to be a fucking piece of shit. Oh wait, guess what? I'm already a piece of shit. Ha ha! Fuck off. Sorry. Kristen Crook, I mean. I knew what you meant. Fair enough. Lana was 19. Okay, yeah. Let's see what you meant there. I already knew what you meant, though. Love Graham, definitely agree on with Geek Ledger. Worried for Jonathan. He's my favorite character. He's gotten the short end in season 4. He was high and pretty much driving a car the whole time. Yeah, they fucking really shafted Jonathan in season 4. All the while, his girlfriend was flirting with Steve. I just didn't like that. That's the one thing about season 4 I didn't really vibe with. I think it was like, I really don't. I think the only thing you can entertain about that is them to acknowledge the good in what they had, but also the good in what they no longer have, for Steve to move on. And for Nancy to realize, maybe I don't need either of these fucking boys right now. That's what I hope, at least. Is your chair comfortable, Michael? And where did you get it? I bought a boogie chair. What the fuck is a boogie chair? Recently, and it gave my back knots. Yeah, I like it. It's a DX Racer. I just ordered it off of Amazon. I like it. I mean, it's probably not the most comfortable chair ever, but like, I feel like if I got like a fucking lazy boy for in here, it just wouldn't really work all that well. Though I have considered it. But I like it. It's fine. I don't have any problems with it. You play brand support? I may not like you anymore. He's annoying to play against. But then again, so is Morgana. But I respect Leona. That's why I like Brand, man. Because if you just hit that E, Q, W, and you light someone up, and then your ult right into a team fight, you're good. Problem is, you can't get trapped. If you get hooked by a Thresh, God forbid a Morgana, or anybody, you're done. The moment Brand gets caught, you're done. That's the only problem. And you like finding your shots. That's the hard part. But like, he's a support that might do the most damage in the game. With the fact that he can stun and slow and all that, once you get a Rylai's and stuff, he's nasty. But I do love me some Morgana with the spell shield, the pull, and the Q. And just her lore. I think her lore is what attracted me to her stuff the most. Because it was something after Arcane Season 2 I started diving into more, and I was like, holy shit, man, I love her. I've been playing nothing but her any chance I get. The fact that none of the characters ever bring it up and the two characters get together is weird. Like, why would you be able to best friend with the chick who roofie them once? It's definitely an intervention-worthy moment. It's like anybody in Spike. Anyway, hope Jonathan's character goes back to his roots and focuses on a relationship with his family, because that's what made his character so compelling to me in the first place. I agree with that one. Swizzard, sure. Fellow Hufflepuff, yes indeed. Vincent was a short that came with Nightmare Before Christmas DVD and Blu-ray. Oh, was it? Wait, it was on. I don't have the Blu-ray. I never had the DVD or the Blu-ray. I only had the VHS for Nightmare. I never repurchased it. I only ever had the VHS for it, so maybe that's why I've never seen it. Also forgot to say earlier, but I'm a Ravenclaw, which I'm happy about, even though I don't think I'm that smart. But at least blue is my favorite color. Fair enough. I do have a Ravenclaw scarf somebody got me a long time ago, but I love it. It looks good. The blue match works with my pea coat and all this other shit too, so it works, but it's just, I don't like yellow. I don't like the colors of Hufflepuff, but I have to acknowledge it. Yo, what's up, Cosmo? How are you doing, man? Sucks that I didn't get to catch you again before the con was over and whatnot, but thanks for hanging out and having a good old time and trying to help me out with Amy Jo. I hope you enjoyed the movie and you had a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully we can catch back up at Level Up next year. I already got my ticket. Now I just need to work on getting my hotels for next year. I really need to go ahead and dive into getting my hotel for Level Up before the good ones are gone. Because I really want to be across the street from it again. That saved me so much fucking money. I think Batman Beyond was trying to use the hype of Spider-Man 2099. I hated that too, man. Or not 2099, sorry. Sorry, when you said that, I was thinking of the follow-up to the animated series, where also futuristic, and then also the furry stuff going on with that one. No shade towards furries, but like him going into this alt reality where it's nothing but animal people. I was like, what the fuck are we doing, Spider-Man? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like any of the futuristic 90s fucking cartoons. I think they all were ass. Completely forgot about this. Kind of like Heartstopper Royals. They both have 3 seasons in the movie, and she was like in Heartstopper. Yep. Heard Joe Keery pitched a Stranger Things spinoff set 10 to 15 years after the show ends, with Steve stuck in a creepy sitcom world with his family when they move back to Hawkins. What the hell? Interesting. Hey, if you jump it ahead a couple years, you could do that X-Files crossover I was talking about and dreaming of. I've met Dean. Total jerk. Shocker. I'm not surprised. Dean Cain joins ICE. John Leguizamo calls him out. I have so much to Google after the stream. D&D tomorrow and yesterday. Hell yeah. Recently went back to the Future musical. Got a teddy bear dressed as Marty McFly. I forgot they made a musical. That's cool. Said he was inspired by WandaVision. Netflix apparently immediately said no. Yeah, it doesn't fit. I don't know how they would ground that in the world of Stranger Things. Interesting concept. But if this all this crazy stuff's going on, God knows what other kind of crazy, weird, supernatural things are also true in the world of Stranger Things. You could do their own little paranormal investigations on things across the world, maybe other breaches and tears of the Upside Down. You could have them as this little like Scooby-Doo unit going around investigating these reports of possible Upside Down activity to quell things, or other things we don't know about yet. Enter Mulder and Scully crossover. We got it. Don't do what you don't want to do in your videos. Love your videos the way you do with the other shows. Don't pressure yourself to take the time to watch. I get it. That's how I do my shows. I think that's the best way to do it. You know, trying to force yourself into anything just doesn't really work. How'd you feel about Argyle in Stranger Things? I heard some people were very annoyed by him. I kind of get that, but I thought he was perfectly harmless. I got nothing bad to say about him. Came in clutch at the end. I don't know. I get it. I understand, but I never bumped into an issue. My main thing was like, yeah, they just got that whole crew kind of got really, it took them forever to matter. in the plot is the main problem I had with it, I think. Season 4 is still my favorite season, though. Hands down. Like, easy. Favorite season. 4, 1, 2, 3. For the last 2 episodes of Sandman was absolutely perfect. Yes. Yes, they were. I heard they are pitching a new season to James Gunn. Fingers crossed. Really? Oh, that would be sick. Like, how would you do that, though? Would you have to follow it up? Would it be with Daniel? Pass the torch and have him be have this carry on into the DCU? I'd be all for that, man, in some way, shape, or form. Let's go. Everyone liked to stream. Everybody liked to stream. Yeah. Something about Stranger Things fandom is so funny to me. The amount of tier lists about who's going to die in Reddit threads. What if nobody dies? How about that? What's the obsession? I think people just feel like for there to be stakes, a main character has to die. I don't feel that way. And they've said this is not that kind of show. You know, so that's why I'm like very apprehensive about anybody on the main cast actually dying. They've said this, like, that's not the kind of show that we want to make. So I don't know. I'm not like that. I hope none of them die. I hope everybody wins in the end and we just have fun dealing with all this creepy shit. As long as it's written well and it's not like, oh, well, there's no way they should have got out of that. Like the Game of Thrones fight at Winterfell with the fucking White Walkers. When you have every main character in separate corners of this castle fighting 20 zombies all on their own. And you're just like, how the hell did you live? How did you live? There's no fucking way. You died 18 times in this episode. How are you alive? Like, it's absurd. That was absurd. That nobody huge died in that. Other than one fucking major death. Anyway. What's up, Bex? How are you? Sorry for the ice trigger. I'm just so pissed off by him, and Terry Hatcher carried that show. Piss off. Let's pretend he was never Clark. The dude might as well have never been. He keeps me like, oh God, every comment he made about the Superman movie, about James Gunn's movie, you could counter a point he said with fucking shit from his own show. The dude has no idea what he even did. They had a green card episode. And he's like, Superman is an immigrant? What are they doing? Politics out of my Superman. Fucking dipshit, dude. Dude has, it's just like, it's exactly what I talk about. When I talk about people will, if anything they loved back in the day came out today, they would point out the most ridiculous shit and call it political or woke. Though 10, 15, 20 years ago, everybody was eating that shit up. Nobody said anything. It's just, they're rewriting history and you could refute it with any fucking thing. If you just pull it out of a 90s movie, an 80s movie, and just like, hey, what's this? You'd be like, no, that's different. No, it's not. The only difference is it came out back then. Fuck you. And you got fucking rose-colored glasses on when you're looking at it. Get out of here, you fucking dumb bitch. Oh, god damn it. Anyway, hi, what's up? Wait, did you just say you don't like yellow? Ah, frick. Yeah, I don't think it looks good on me. It's not a pleasing color to my eye. Like as a main aesthetic, as an accent, I think it's great. Like hair, perfectly fine. Goku, perfectly fine. Supersonic is like a power up, perfectly fine. But a yellow shirt, I'm not gonna vibe with it. Yellow on black scarf, like very Bumblebee-like. I'm not gonna vibe with it personally. It's not my go-to palette choice. If I were to decorate my house, there would probably be next to no yellow in it. Yeah, brah, he did. Yes, level up. Oh, okay, heading back to work. Take care, bro. Love, peace, chicken grease. Take it easy, man. Have fun. Hope you have a great rest of your shift. And yeah, we'll definitely have to catch up. You. Hello, and you're talking Spider-Man Unlimited, where he went to a counter-Earth and the villain was the High Evolutionary, which made the furry people witch. I didn't know it was the High Evolutionary. That makes a little more sense. Also, Vintage Carnage were there. I didn't watch most of that at all. I doubt you have, but do you watch Arcane Arcade? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, no. I've never watched them in my life. Also on a much more serious topic, Tom Holland is set to appear in the new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie with speculation that he could be playing a villain. What are your thoughts? Omni. Wait, what? Tom Holland is... I mean, he's Spider-Man. Wait, I'm so confused by this. This is not serious then, right? Kree said he wrote a pilot script. Basically, the house they move into is on a top of a tear into another reality similar to the Upside Down, except they are alternate people in it. He and his wife and kids have to figure out the sitcom world to survive and get back home. I mean, it's interesting. It just doesn't sound like Stranger Things with what we know of it, but that's interesting. Yeah, the California plot was my least favorite of season 4. Yes, the Max plot and 11 plot were just too dang good. Also, yes. Yeah, the California plot was definitely the weakest bit, I think. I still didn't hate it, but it fed in. It just took so long to get to where everybody else was. Between Russia, between what's going on in Hawkins, all of that, and then them on this road trip for the whole season almost. Like, they came in clutch towards the end, but it just took a while for it to pay off. He said it's basically like a Goosebumps story, but with a level of horror and gore of Stranger Things. I think it could work as maybe like an independent kind of thing. I think all the main Stranger Things kids will survive the finale, but I'm extremely worried about Steve. I think I hope Steve will be fine. Steve's like my only, like, don't touch Steve. Like the kids have to go to this creepy school and Steve have to work at his creepy office job, etc., etc. In this house, Game of Thrones ended at the end of season 4. That's very, very fair. No more emo dream. No! Hey, they could always backtrack and do stories in between, and there's a plethora of stories just of Dream, Tom Sturridge's Dream, that they could explore, that just on the day-to-day, the stuff that we didn't directly see, like as the important sweeping themes and stuff, you know? And/or speculation, so many have to die. And/or reality, most main characters survive. That's what I thought too the old time. So many more people survived Andor than I expected. Excited they confirmed Wednesday season 3, because I'm excited for them to reach in the new story as well. Yeah, I saw that there's a 3rd season coming, I think on my way to San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm just like, well, thanks guys. I guess now I know Wednesday lives. Spoilers. Jokingly, of course. I hope they don't kill a main character in Stranger Things, but hey, spoilers. They killed Foggy. They killed Foggy. I think we're gonna learn in season 2 he ain't dead. I'm all on that train. He had season-long pitch where they revealed that they could only return to their world on a certain date, a whole year later. Oh God, that's terrible. Like to have to live through, have to settle into that for a year. Not the concept, but just the reality of it. Yum, 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 yum. Yellow is my least favorite color. It just kind of annoys me. I don't know. Green. Listen, I love the Green Ranger. Green is not my favorite color. That's like the only instance where I'm like, yeah, green. But I do think yellow. Yeah, yellow yellow's just the most displeasing primary color to me, or rainbotic color to me. I like pastel yellow. Bumblebees are style icons. 101v1 on League? No. Maybe Halo, but no. Let's see. What? Kevin Smith would agree with you about how things made 20 years ago, everyone was cool with everything. Example he gave us was how nobody really said shit when Billy D. Williams was cast as Harvey Dent. Right? Dude, Alien, Terminator, fucking any of those, if they release today. Get these women out of here. It's fucking woke. Get your message out of my throat. God, I just want to push. I just want to fucking cram my head into a wall. I did paint a light yellow, not pastel color, wall in my sewing and art studio, and I love it. I would blow my brains out. That would hurt my head every damn day if I had to walk into that, even pastel. California Plot, opinion, only annoyed me because I love the buyers so much and they got nothing. So true. Steve must survive. Yes. Prince Nugget, hello. Answer the question you asked in your birdcage reaction. Nathan Lane's current shows are mid-century modern on Hulu and The Gilded Age on HBO. Somebody also said that he was in Only Murders in the Building as well. I just got terrified when I was like, I haven't seen him in a long time. Please be alive. When I Googled that on the stream, in the recording, I was like, dear God, please be alive. I just know he's been mostly stuck to Broadway, so I didn't know if he's done any other films or shows or anything like that, but I know he's done a lot of Broadway. Headcanon for Game of Thrones ended after season 1. The show ends with Eddard's death. Dang, fair enough. What's your favorite movie of the year so far? That's come out this year. What movies have I seen? Ballerina, K-pop, Sinners, Cap 4, Superman. The 2025 movies. I think those are the only 2025 movies I've seen. Let me double check real quick. I better have put these in the titles like I normally do. I don't know if I did though. Shit, I did not. Oh yeah, Karate Kid Legends, that also came out this year. Thunderbolts, that came out this year. Thank you. God, I'm glad Killer of Killers, that's a movie. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Fair enough. So, a little more than I thought. Would it be weird to say K-pop Demon Hunters is probably my favorite movie I've seen so far this year? Followed by Sinners? I'd say K-pop, Sinners, then Thunderbolts. Sorry. Would I put Superman above Thunderbolts? Yeah, I'd put Superman above Thunderbolts. I really like Thunderbolts, but I put Superman above Thunderbolts. I take that back. I reorder that. Whoa, I just noticed the amount of HVB plushies. Jeez! Well, technically... Okay, no, you're right. You said hell of a boss. I mean, they're a mix. Because there's... I mean, there's at least 4 has-been ones. Because I got Razzle and Dazzle, Kiki, and Fat Nuggets got dragged over here by the cats, I presume. Then I've got The Thing, Ozzy, all the other premiums of Ozzy, Fizz, Luna, Millie, Moxie, Blitz, Stolitz, and then I have the minis of Fizz and Ozzy, but with their other. So Ozzy's got the little Fizz, and Fizz has the little Ozzy, because I'm a fucking nerd like that. And then I pre-ordered the Beelzebub one, which is on its way. Yeah, I do have a bunch of them. Also, I have two I haven't unpacked. I've got the sitting Oz and Fizz. Also, Winona is cool as fuck. She might just say, kill me, save him. And that's true too. Winona is cool. Can't be talking though. I'm a plushie collector myself. Here it's not easy being green, so gotta respect it. What's your take on Stranger Things Season 5 theory that Eddie was resurrected by Vecna as a vampire Kaz, and he will come back to the real world by the end? I've heard it. I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with any way they bring Eddie back, man. If they do bring back Sandman, hopefully maybe one day, I want Tom back. It's perfect. Did you start reading through the Sandman books yet? No, I haven't started reading it yet. I need to, though, because I really feel like Eddard was the main character of season 1, and it fit thematically to me to end the show with his death. I know. I get it, but I don't agree. I mean, you have to continue on after Eddard's death. Like, you just have to. You'll love Friendly Space Ninja's Superman video, by the way. I'll have to watch that. I've watched their Supergirl video once upon a time, and I did appreciate it in some semblances. I can't remember. I haven't watched a lot of their stuff. The vampire theory is silly. I think Eddie will only come back in a flashback, but more likely he'll come back in a vision like Vecna entering Dustin's mind. Also very possible. Also could be a thrall in some way. Maybe not a vampire, because everything is a parallel to D&D. Vecna is a necromancer, so it's possible in some way, shape, or form. The thing about Hopper dying in Stranger Things in season 3 is that he is just the epitome of hardcore masculinity from the 80s action movie, and sort of the opposite of what his character used to be. I guess that's kind of what they went for with him and stuff, but like, again, it doesn't bother me at all. I just feel like, again, this is the next stage of his evolution. When the more you deal with this stuff, the more equipped you are to deal with it, the more it's not going to really rattle you as much. It's the Resident Evil issue of having recurring characters come back. It stops being scary. So you're always going to have to naturally incline towards action. I mean, even in the first 2 seasons, he was the only police officer that had any level of competence, because his detective skills, his deduction, his actions all were above and beyond what any of them should have been doing legally. But you know, him breaking and entering, him like doing all these different things, like he's always been escalated in that manner, and this time around he just got to throw some fucking hands a couple times. Doesn't bother me at all. When are you doing reaction videos to run Young Royals? Well, if you're a Patreon, you've already been watching me do Young Royals, because it's on Patreon. It will be coming to YouTube in a week or 2. I can't remember where everything is at the moment. No, don't cram your head. Cram their heads. I'll eat my non-existent hat if the vampire thing happens. Hopper has always had a bit of a temper, but it used to be impatience linked to his depression rather than anger management issues that make him want to punch everybody and kill everyone. I still don't agree. Despite the fact that he doesn't even kill a single person throughout the first 2 seasons. I don't understand the problem. I don't see it. Hot take. Some insecure conservatives couldn't take a black man becoming president, so they started a culture war, which subsequently made calm and respectful discourse impossible. Sorry, I think you misspelled cold. Anyway, if the comment was too political, you can skip it. I was just venting. It's okay. We already talked about some other stuff. It's fine. I'm not even like sugarcoating shit anymore, man. It's just, there's no point anymore. Despite the fact that, oh, I already read that one. Thunderbolts. Every time I finish watching these streams, I suddenly have "Will you be okay" stuck in your head. Not sure why. I don't know. Who knows why? Why does the stream only have 30 likes? Like the stream. Yes, like the stream. There's more than 30 people here. I haven't commented on the ice thing because I have a lot to say and I don't want to be depressed on my birthday, but fuck ice. What's ice? Is it American or am I just out of the loop? Don't worry about it. If you don't know about it, don't even worry about it. Just Just live in your blissful. Just be glad you're not dealing with it. Seem to have opened the door to my stuff as well. Apologies, all good. That's cute with the Ozzy and Fizz minis. Aw, yeah, I could be a little dork about that. Hopper's beautiful arc about a man desperately trying to connect himself back to his own humanity after losing a child, which leads him to care for another one, indeed allows him to open up and find some happiness and purpose in what's completely forgotten and thrown out the window. All these lessons he learns, his entire personalities, everything he's gone out the window and is transformed into miserable drunk with anger. He's not miserable at all. He's trying to move on. Like, literally everything you just said is what he's trying to do. Joyce is just stuck in the past, and then he gets pulled back in once she ends up being right. Like, he's trying to make a life. He's trying to move forward. I disagree wholly about this. Yeah, no. I'm not with you on this one, Albert. He just becomes a normal fucking dude. That's the point. That's the whole point. That was the whole struggle of season 1 and 2 to get to that point. Season 3 was the reward. It's just normal wasn't in it for everybody else, but he still managed to find a way out by the end. And yeah, and then they brought it back around. You know, I think it's all one beautiful, straight, consistent crescendo. But we disagree. It's fine. A lot of people didn't like Hopper in season 3. I just think everybody's wrong. Fuck it. I don't care. Really liked How to Train Your Dragon live action. It's another thing I need to try to watch at this point. I thought the Sandman was about the Spider-Man villain. It is not. It is about the DC character, the Sandman. It's a DC property. Each universe has their own Sandman, and they are very different. One is a god. The other is a dude who can turn into sand. I've seen all of Wes Anderson's filmography, and to date, my favorite is Fantastic Mr. Fox. Vampires exist in D&D. They do. Maybe not in Stranger Things, but in D&D. Unless I misinterpreted that. I think you misinterpreted what I was trying to say. Plushies for me. I'm obsessed with Jellycat plushies, especially their dragons. I got one from a Labrador dragon called Merlin. Also, unpopular opinion. Do not like most of the side characters of Stranger Things. Erica, Murray. I absolutely despise Murray. Every time he's on screen, I roll my eyes. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's not a problem. I love Erica and I love Murray, so I'm again not with you on that one. I have a rainbow dragon I named Yongfei. Nice. Can't blame you with Sinners and K-pop Demon Hunters as your 2 top movies of the year. Who knew music and supernatural elements would work so well together? So good. So forgot Argyle too. Get rid, Duffer Brothers. Well, we know he's not back in season 2, or the season 5, from what they've said so far. I don't know if you got the vibes that I have a huge crush on Tom Test Stream. He's beautiful. I'll stop. You're right. He is. I agree. I get it. It's also funny to me that people think that stakes are going to shoot up just because it's the last season. I mean, the stakes will, but again, stakes do not equal threat to character. I mean, that's the same thing with watching a prequel of something. You already know where the characters are going to end up, so you don't have to worry about that, but you still feel the weight and gravity and the stakes of the situation, the build-up, if done well. Chill, Albert. Harper starts living a normal life. He's comfortable in season 3. I think that's why. The only Stranger Things theory I have is the victims are trapped in his head. Well, that we know. We do know that. I'm hoping Vecna will bring some Billy, Eddie, Barb cameos and all the dead ones I don't remember. That'd be really cool. Because when he killed the children, he said they're not dead, 11. They're in here. And he pointed to his head. Which, I mean, that's where Max's consciousness sucks. That's like what I was talking about. Like, her body, 11 was physically able to bring her body back to life. But she's not in there. Because she's in Vecna's mind. Her mind is still trapped there. So that's where we get the two-way inside-out pincer maneuver from our inside agent. And we're gonna boom, 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 and hopefully get her consciousness back. But I mean, I don't know if that would heal her blindness. So I don't know. Apparently, supposedly, She was supposed to die in season 4, and then they rewrote it. I can't remember if somebody talked them out of it or they changed their minds or what happened there. I just remember reading about that something recently. Steak with a baked potato and veggies sounds good with a mushroom sauce. I think you're like a little behind here on the chat, Lichess. I'm not sure. I don't know if this was back when you asked for the food recommendation, I think. Oh, God. I'm hungry. But I finally caught up to the chat. We finally made it. An hour and 15 minutes over our goalpost. But it is, I'm going to have some pizza. Talking about that earlier. I think me and Sam talked about it earlier as well before the stream. So I'm going to get me some fucking pizza. And my normie little pepperoni and cheese. Because that's... I wish I could eat more interesting food. When my buddy Ryan makes food, like, it doesn't matter what this dude makes. I'll eat it. Like, he can make... I eat everything on his plate. Doesn't matter what it is. He'll just throw out some random ass shit, cook it up, and I'll fucking eat it. I don't know why. It's always amazing. Anybody else makes this shit? Terrible. Can't stand it. My gag reflexes, everything just flares up, and I hate it. He's magic, man. If I could hire him to come down from Ohio to cook for me every damn day, I would do it. Shouts out to Ryan. And he watches some of my stuff sometimes, but anyway. Guys, there, now I'm subscribed. What the fuck? I'm kidding. Anyway, guys, have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.